I just bonked myself. Hello. Hello. Look at them with their cool new shirt from Kohl's. There's a funny story at how I wound up at Kohl's and how I got lost in a sand pit. So, I had to make an Amazon return, right? And normally, I'll take it to the Amazon Fresh store down the store. Or Amazon Fresh store down the road. They closed the store. So I couldn't go in there to return it. So I'm like, okay, where can I return it that doesn't require me to send it in a UPS box where I pay for it myself? You can return it at Kohl's. So I'm like, oh, there's a Kohl's down the road. I'll just return it there. So I go to Kohl's, I return the item, and like I wandered around Kohl's this morning because I'm like, it's 9 o'clock, there's no one here. And I haven't been into a Kohl's in many, many years. So I walked out with like 10 new shirts, 3 candles, which I actually do want to light one. I have to pull them out of the bag. Remind me during the break that I want to light a candle. So that's how I ended up with new clothes. New shirts. Specifically new shirts, because I was like shopping in the men's section, and there was like this like part of the men's section that was like, oh, like these are like outdoorsy type things, and I really liked the patterns on them. But hello, welcome. If you're watching this as a VOD, hello. Please skip ahead to the timestamp to where we actually start gaming if you don't want to hear us yap about things like you just heard me yap about things. But feel free to skip ahead if you would like. But hello, I appreciate you all being here. Today we're going to be continuing with Citizen Sleeper 2, day 6th. Day 6 of our journey. And we'll do a full game recap once we get into gaming. It looks great. Thank you. This is not like the one of the outdoor shirts. This is just one of the first one I pulled out of the bag when I had to take some images of some I had to take some still photo images for my thumbnails and stuff. So, sixth T. So this was like the first shirt that I pulled out of the bag. I was like, cool. This is what I'm wearing now. I like it. I have like almond stuck in my throat. I'm eating a poke bowl from Wegmans that I got earlier this week. And it has like bits of almond in it. So I'm pretty sure that's what's lightly stuck in my throat. But again, not much has happened. I streamed a little yesterday. We talked about the Switch 2. We talked about Ken Kaneki in Dead by Daylight. I am also having some almond. I love that for you. We love our nuts in this household. I am working on the overlays still. There is a couple of graphical things with the new overlays that I'm just like, I'm not fully there yet with them. Specifically, it's the sub badges and the text is just hard to read because the background is so much lighter. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. But I'm pretty sure I could just add like a box and make it like transparent or something, or like make it like the opacity really not as dark and just add that. And I think that'll be fine. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might ask the person who made the overlays, like, hey, can I have the exact, like, the chat box for the overlay that you made, but can I have it be like 10 times darker and not like a weird fade that fades to nothing? Because it is so hard to read text, and it's so, you can barely see the sub badges, which is, to me, that is a problem. So I might do that. Because I want to keep it in the same style of everything. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Nice shaped nuts. What is a bad shaped nut? I personally, what's a nut shape I don't like? I don't like the shape of peanuts. Cashews are kind of okay. Walnuts, though, are kind of fun. A pitch and a half to get open to get to the nut. But the actual walnut shell is kind of nice. Julie? Why did that ping twice? That's so weird. Why did it ping twice? Julie! Thank you for the halls in. It's gonna match my Astarian. I'm really, really excited. Thank you. Thank you for the gift, Julie. I appreciate it. Thank you. I also put in a request, a tour, if you will, to go see an apartment. I think you think you can do it early? I mean, do you want to do it on my birthday, or do you want to do it today, 2 days before my birthday? It is your choice. It's your choice. I was also thinking for the birthday stream on Monday when we play Dead by Daylight, if I can get my shit together, I think I can get the wheel. Done. Because I also, like, with the wheel, I also want to have, like, the text on the bottom part of the screen of what challenge I'm doing. So, Susie, if I come to you tomorrow night and I'm like, I want to play Dead by Daylight, or if you come to me and say, I want to play Dead by Daylight, or if you also come to me and say, I want to play Overwatch, make sure that I have started that overlay process, please. I did promise myself tomorrow I will take, like, a portion of the day to just, like, rest and relax, because, like, I'm not streaming tomorrow, whereas on my birthday I am streaming. So I promised myself I will not, like, work on overlay shit, like, all day. I kind of don't want to risk someone else buying it for you, but then you could just buy something else off of my throne. Hi, Julie. Thanks for the check-in. But I think that's what we're going to do. I think instead of doing, like, a sub... I have had my eye on this for ages. I mean, it is your choice. I'm not going to weigh my opinion. I am expecting 2 packages, though. One from Mags, one from Colk are in transit. No idea what they got me, which is fair. I'm excited, though. But yeah, I think for birthday stream on Monday, I think we'll have the wheel. I don't think we'll have sub goals or anything like that. Like, I might have like one of these guys for Twitch, generally speaking, but I might not have a, like, at 5 subs we do this, at 10 subs we do this, that type of thing, just to make it easier. We'll do, like, a larger celebration when it gets to, like, my 5-year Twitch anniversary, which I still don't know what I'm doing for that. And I did put my summer schedule in my Google Calendar, which, like, most weeks I am remote 3 days, and I'm like, very exciting. What I might do is, like, the very, like, if I do a sub goal, I might either do, like, we actually start the Adepta Killer Challenge, or I might do, like, a movie night or something. But, and when I say, like, actually start the Adept Challenge, I mean, like, I will carve out, like, 1 day a week to play Dead by Daylight on stream, and we will start the process of adepting killers. Because I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I really do want to do it, but it's just, like, Bro, I just want the blood points. I want to play Survivor when there's 150% bonus blood points playing Survivor right now, which is probably what's going to happen on Monday with the Blood Moon event. And also, like, I don't want to, like, again, with Blood Moon event, there might not be, like, because normally when there's events, like, both in regular queue and event queue, usually if there's like a blood point bonus on either, for either side, it is for both modes. So it's for normal and the event mode. So we should be okay. But again, if there's like 150% blood points on Survivor, I want to play Survivor. I want those extra blood points. To be fair, though, I do have Cobbler on. Well, I don't know how many killers I have Cobbler on, though. I might take you up on the offer of playing DBD tomorrow, though. Oh, whoa. I mean, yeah, you have my Discord. You can always message me and be like, hey, play DBD? Question mark. But do make sure that I have started the spinny wheel stuff, though. Do make sure I start that. But yeah, overlays are practically done. It's just some graphical things I'm just working on. The Dead by Daylight overlays, I need to do, like, some minor adjusting, which I'll probably do on Monday, because I'll be, like, in Dead by Daylight headspace. I'll do my job for you and then bug you. Bet. Sounds good. Love that for us. I did finish the Indie Game Collective video. That is done. I'll probably schedule it for later next week. Maybe, like, on Thursday or something. That is a Tomorrow Gray problem, is scheduling out all those videos. That's a Tomorrow Gray problem. Not a Today Gray problem. But yeah, like, we're feeling good. There's things happening. And I feel like I'm in a good place. Like, my therapist also said, like, it seems like you're in a good place right now. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a good place. The sun's out. Guns out, kind of. Not really. I need to tone those up a little bit. Me with Alien Isolation, LMAO. Fair. Are you gonna finish it tomorrow? Like, I feel like I'm in a good place. Also, it doesn't help. It helps that, like, the sun is out more. But yeah, I'm looking at an apartment on Friday, and it doesn't. I wouldn't, in theory, move into this place until, like, September or October, if the apartment that they listed it will still be available, because this is what ends up happening, is that I'll be like, ooh, I want to look at this apartment, and then they're like, well, actually, like, someone already applied for that, and now you can't have it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Dang, all right. So, we shall see. It's more square foot than mine. A little more expensive, but again, like, my pay has gone up, and I know we are getting a 3% raise. I'll be closer to the university, which would be actually kind of nice. Okay, fuck you. Yeah, and I'll actually be closer to a bunch of my coworkers, so that'll also be very, very nice as well. But we shall see, we shall see. Again, nothing is set in stone. I'm just looking at things at the moment, because my lease runs out at the end of June. So in theory, I would want to be out either by June or July, but, like, I can probably extend this lease by, like, a few months if I just say, like, hey, this is the new move. This is when I'm moving. Can I have a lease that is, like, I don't want to do month to month, because I know, like, this is when I'm going to be out. But can we do something like that? But it's still up in the air. I haven't even applied to the apartment yet or anything like that. I tried looking on the website if I could apply for it, but I also want to see it first. But it looks nice. It looks nice. The only issue would be, like, because, like, the living room's in the middle with the 2 bedrooms on either side. So it's like, okay, but, like, where would my gaming stuff go? Where would that go? I don't know. I'll have to play. I would play around with it probably. But I hope y'all are doing well. Just as a reminder of the upcoming schedule. I know it says 5 p.m. These are probably all lies now. With the exception of Life is Strange. That probably one is not a lie anymore. and probably Dead by Daylight either. That's probably not a lie. But Citizen Sleeper is on Saturdays at 6 p.m. instead of 5. I keep saying it's going to be at 5, but it's usually not at 5. Monday at 5 p.m. will be Dead by Daylight, as we are celebrating my birthday. And then Tuesday of next week will be starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And finishing out Life is Strange Double Exposure. That game, that's not what I wanted. I wanted, take me back here. I am fucking up all my buttons. It's fine. Cross her eyes, the 5 looks like a 6. It works. Thanks. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think, triple schedule, I don't know. I think tonight we'll have after tonight, we'll have probably a very good understanding of how close we are to the end of Citizen Sleeper 2. I have a feeling we're not close, or like we're getting there, but we're not there yet. But after tonight, we might be pretty close. So after Life is Strange Double Exposure and Citizen Sleeper 2 is when we will pick up, respectively, Miles Morales and Mass Effect 2. My usual Monday streams, I don't know what's going to be next week as of right now. I have to double check that, like, there's no, like, games that I need to stream or anything like that. I just have to double check some stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And I also, I feel so bad. I'm going to be taking so many individual days off, and I feel terrible about it. But yeah, I have to ask about, like, co-streaming something. But it's the same day as senior registration. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I want to stream. Like, I want to put myself on the list to co-stream this thing. But it's the first day of senior reg. So I'm like, fuck. I'll talk to my boss next week, because I'm like, God, like, it's like not like necessarily ethical, because like I can take the time off. Like I have the time, I should use it. But it's more of like I need someone else to make the decision for me, essentially. Or like for my supervisor to be like, hey, it's fine. Like, we'll be okay. Like, go, like, if this is something you want to do, then go do it. But yeah, because I'm already going to be asking for a lot of time off soon. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not super excited for Mass Effect 2. I'm not super excited. I'm skeptical, not gonna lie. And this is exactly what my brain does, right? This is exactly what my brain does every time. When someone sings the highest of highest praises of anything, doesn't necessarily have to be a game, I get super fucking skeptical. I'm like, And it's like almost like my brain's doing it out of spite, of like, okay, you say this game's really good. All right, my brain is now going to find every single flaw of this game. Or piece of media, it doesn't have to be a game. But all the flaws of this thing you're talking about. And so, like, I'm not personally super excited about it. Like, I remember my feelings at the end of Mass Effect 1 where I was like, okay, this is starting to get, like, more of my vibe. And I know the beginning of Mass Effect 2 is, like, regarded as, like, one of the best video game openers ever, so that might suck me in more. But honestly, like, if after the first 3 streams of Mass Effect 2, if I'm not vibing, then we're done with Mass Effect. I'm sorry. But, again, we shall see. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. But, yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm super skeptical. Especially because, like, Mass Effect 1 was just such a slow burn. And, like, I'm like, if I have to do that with Mass Effect 2, like, I will probably shit my pants and cry. Because, like, I can't go through another 6 streams of slow burn with Mass Effect. I can't. I mentally do not have the patience for that. But again, we shall see. We shall see. I'm just very nervous about it. And it's also, like, that perception of, like, oh, if someone is singing the highest of highest praises of particular piece of media, like, then I feel like I have to like it even if I don't like it. Like, it's just that intrinsic, like that pressure to feel like I also have to like it, you know? So, like, I hope that doesn't happen. Again, like, this is just, like, my thought. I am verbalizing the thought process. This isn't, like, what is going to happen. I'm just verbalizing, like, this is how this is why I think the things I think. But we shall see. We shall see. And then after Mass Effect 2 / Miles Morales, I think we might go back to Far Cry. I'm not sure. And then by this point, we will be in summer. I know Miles Morales is a bit shorter. We'll be in summer by that point. So, like, I will be able to stream 4 days a week. So, like, probably one of those days will be Dead by Daylight. And the other 3 will be, like, our more longer form or, like, one to 2 stream short games. That type of thing. But I don't know what's going to come after Mass Effect. I have to look at the Discord. I think the Discord... One of my announcements in the Discord did have me... I did chronologically say, like, I think this is, like, roughly when I want to play. Let's see. Okay, Miles Morales, Mass Effect 2, Far Cry 5, and God of War. And I did at some point want to play Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Oh, but that's an episodic thing, so I'm going to wait for all 5 episodes to come out first. Spiritfarer, Beyond Two Souls, and possibly return to Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Unravel. So those all have different timelines with those. Yeah, God of War. Like, and that's because, like, I had camera issues. That's the only reason we stopped playing it. Like, once we started getting into it, I'm like, okay, like, who are these people? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was actually, like, starting to vibe. And then my camera was, like, freezing in cutscenes. And I'm like, why are we doing that, though? And that's what sparked me getting a new camera. That's the entire reason I got a new camera, was because of God of War. So, thanks, God of War, I guess. And that we would restart from the beginning because it's been so long. Jedi Survivor, if I were to go back to it, same with Unravel, we had already done so much in the game that I probably wouldn't start over. We would start from wherever we left off. Like, after, like, I would probably replay it from the beginning to remember what I'm doing and remember the plot of the game. But for streaming purposes, I would pick right where we left off. I remember some parts of Jedi Survivor. You also played the entire thing. You played all of it before me. I do want to make sure, like, with the streaming schedule, especially, like, on most of the year, I only do stream 3 days a week because of my work schedule. I mean, if I do end up moving and, like, I can... because of moving, especially if I move closer and I don't have to get up as early and have to leave as early to get to work, and I get home earlier, I can maybe petition myself to do 4 days a week during the regular semester, but we shall see. Speeded through the game because you were gonna play it. Yeah. And also now I have a new graphics card, so even, like, I know Jedi Survivor is, like, a shitty PC port regardless, but hopefully with a new graphics card, like, it won't feel as shitty. But that is, I do want to go back to it. But speaking of games, Citizen Sleeper 2, anybody? Citizen Sleeper 2, my actual beloved. Okay, again, both this one and Life is Strange Double Exposure have been taking up way too much brain space in my head. For good reason. For very good reason. Thank you for the floating eyeballs. He is watching, indeed. But... excuse me. So what happens when I'm eating in the middle? You're welcome. Do you want another? Sure. Why not? Sure. So Citizen Sleeper 2, again, as I've recapped before, is basically you're the body of a human conscious uploaded into an android synthetic body. Thank you. Ooh, game recap goes over. Ooh, they peek. He peek. He is watching and perceiving. Biblically accurate title screen. Anyway, so we are at the point where we have got some ideas, right? So Serafin and maybe someone else was like, hey, so we should go to the scatter yards. And we already had to go to the scatter yards. We haven't gone to the scatter yards yet. That is a today problem. We are doing that today, is we are going to the scatter yards. I love when they cross over. Me too. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Look at you and your 190 cheeses. I love that for you. How are you? So we're going to go to the scatter yards, and essentially what we're going to do at the scatter yards is we're going to basically be scouting things of Lane. We lurking friend wants me to play more Valheim, so I'll be here in spirit. No worries, no worries. Appreciate you popping on by. Oh, look at your sub badge. Oh, you got the 3-year subscriber. Oh, that one's pretty. I like that one, especially on black background. This is why I need to fuck with things with the new overlay because it's doesn't show up. The new badges don't show up as well in the new overlay. They don't. Same with the text. But again, I will figure that out. So we will be going to scatter yards. We also went to this other place that I forget the name of, but it's south. It's beneath dark, the dark place, the place, the dark world, the place where Lane is from. Yeah, the place where Lane is from. We're below that area where we did Eugen's quest line and the Allen place. Yeah, the Allen place, and I want to say Darkwood, but that's a video game. That's not what I was referring to. And Dark Side. It's called Dark Side. See, I knew we would get there eventually. Dark Side. And we did Eugen's questline. We found the coordinates of where this ship is located, but Conway was on our asses, and we were one of 3 parties to find the beacon of the ship. So we let these other people have it, and we got Eugen, and Eugen is angry. He is big mad right now, so he's cooling off. He's chilling. And we also went to the Greenway. We made friends with people in the Greenway who are from the first game, which is actually kind of fun. And we now have to go back to the Greenway, which I think is the first thing we're going to do today, is we're going to go back to the Greenway to go see, because like we helped her get seeds that there's this one section of the Greenway that is like abandoned and emptied. So also, if this screen is flickering, the game screen is flickering for some reason, please let me know. Like, I keep thinking it is on my end, but the game screen is not. Like, my game is fine, but if you see any flickery things, just let me know. No idea what's happening, but it's fine. Horrifying flashbacks of Dark Side, thanks Mario Odyssey. Yeah. And what were we doing? We got some seeds for Aki, and she planted them and asked us to come back, so we're gonna go back. We also found Serafin's sister. Serafin's sister did not come along for the ride with us. She is staying on the planet that we were on to find her, because the workers, they have a union, they're doing a strike, which we love. We stand with the union workers. We stand with them. So they kind of overthrew like their overseers in a way, and they are working on things over there. So we'll go take a visit back to them. But now, like, as I'm recounting this, like, you know what, like, we didn't see at all last game, our last stream? Not Lane. We didn't see Lane once, but that's not who I'm thinking of, or what I'm thinking of. We didn't see, like, we didn't have any flickers of the overseer in our body We didn't have anything like that from my recollection. So I wonder, like, again, all the stuff at Scatter Yards I feel like is going to be, like, the penultimate. Like, we're going to find out more about Hexport at the Scatter Yards. We're going to be doing some recon at the Scatter Yards. I feel like this is all leading to something. I feel like going to the Scatter Yards is not necessarily, like, the point of no return, but I feel like it's going to be a big, like, ooh, things are about to go down type of thing. We haven't seen Lane for the last 3 streams, and I am heartbroken. Yeah. And also, we've been doing pretty well of, like, we're moving around a lot, so, like, we don't have he doesn't have the opportunity to find us, which is the point. And also, we do have a stowaway. We do have a cat. We do have a cat who is our little stowaway, and he's a little cutie patootie, and he's called the Stray, which we love. 114 cycles. Holy shit. Playing a lot. All right. Let us dive in. Alright, so we are currently on... Can you just tell us where we are? We're gonna go to the Greenbelt, but we need fuel first. Okay, so we need to go back. We're gonna go back to Greenway, but we do need... Alright, the dust needs to settle. We're helping Aki. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Greenway first. I do also like the design of this place. I honestly thought all of these different places we were going to were like planets. I did not think they were space stations. I think except the Greenway is a planet. Oh, let's look at the map. So Greenway, the Greenbelt is a planet. Or like a rock or something, a moon. Helion Gate is not. Far Spindle's a station. Flotsam is not. Oh damn, we can immediately cut there, but we don't have enough fuel for that. Holmes Rock is an asteroid colony, and then Wellspring is also like a thing in ice. So I adore that most of these space stations have a cyberpunk feel to them. Yeah, that's what I really like about this game's style, is that it's futuristic, but it almost feels like Alien Isolation's grunge in a way. Like, I really, really like it. Okay. We need to... You've heard that drifting colony munition may have been responsible for the damage. Yeah. I mean, we can do that for a little bit. I'm also seeing we buy fuel here. Okay. So give us some fuel. And we'll take... Ooh, not scrap. We don't need scrap. And... Ooh, okay, that we can also finish. And we can also buy supplies while we're here, which is what we're also gonna do. I want to get some money first, though. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Gothics, how are you? Good to see you. Ooh, new location, signal ship. Oh, we can sell Solheim data here. And I think we do get money for doing those. Okay, that's fun. Then let's see about this. This is the only other clock that we can actually, like, move forward right now. How is advising treating you, my friend? How's work? How's work life? Yeah, we'll do this one here for funsies. Why not? Nice, we got cry out of that. Love that. Okay, we'll spend one more day here. And then we will... Okay. Look for cryo. And cycle. Able to explore these spaces like Sevastopol and Alien Isolation minus the alien, I absolutely would. Oh yeah, agreed. Hard agreed. Okay. We're gonna finish out here. Because I want to see what happens. Oh. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Alright. Come on. Nice. Ooh, nice. Okay.
Had enough in there.
Space time! Hey, Anna. Thanks for the unlurk. And if I didn't say hi earlier, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Alright, so we are in the hollow. What do you mean fried, Kimball? Our station depends on that array. There's people talking loudly outside. The voice echoes out of one of Sunward Pole's cramped bays, tucked into the ceiling of the hollow. Though you are tired from a shift spent sealing leaks in this shattered section of the station, you still can't help but listen in. I have been patient, Kimball, but now with the repairs almost done, you're telling me we can't broadcast anyway? The voice comes, from a doorway nearby, and as you float past, you glance inside. You see a woman facing away, addressing the back of a man half buried in the guts of some complex machine. I'm sorry, Kimball, she concludes, but this feels malicious. Pirate radio technician. Ooh. He looks like he gives good hugs. Doing all survived the first week of spring, but have a full booked next week of meetings and appointments, plus regional playoffs starting next week to hopefully advance to national playoffs. It's a relaxing weekend, though, after doing some cleaning, so spending some time in here. Hey, we appreciate it. Appreciate it very much so. Yeah, next week I only work 3 days next week because I took Monday, Tuesday off, but we're in drop-ins, so we don't have a whole lot of other stuff happening. It's just drop-ins, so if a student wants an appointment, they have to come to drop-ins. The man, presumably Kimball, mumbles something in response, though you do not catch it through the wires and mechanisms that surround him. The woman quickly turns and spots you peering in through the doorway. Serafin, pirate radio broadcaster. Oh, she's pretty. I like her outfit. She gives you a curious look. Oh. She quickly smiles. Hello. She closes the distance. I'm Serafin. She offers a hand. I've seen you working on the repairs. She tilts her head. We appreciate your efforts. Happy to help. Serafin looks over her shoulder at Kimball and then back to you. How do you feel? She pauses, calculating, about the war in the inner system. It's worrying for the belt. I agree, which is why the belt needs to stay informed about it. Did you know that Senetstat has already started shipbuilding at Sinza? Serafin watches you for your response. Sinza. One of the 3 sisters in orbit around Ember. She raises an eyebrow. You haven't left the belt, have you? You hear a grunt from Kimball, his head still buried in the machine's innards, and it is unclear if this is in reference to what he was said or is just the sound of repairs going poorly. Serafin places a hand on her chest, are the Helian dispatches. Oh. Okay. Moment of figuring shit out. So, leading up to the launch of Citizen Sleeper 2, the developer of the game actually released, I don't want to call them weekly because I don't think it was weekly, but like kind of monthly emails of the Helian dispatches. And it was like a text-based conversation of radio hosts like talking about what is happening. And this was leading up to the launch of Citizen Sleeper 2. So this is cool. Like I don't think I read them because I'm like, okay, like I don't have the context enough to read it, even though like it's really interesting. But I love how this loops in back to the game. I absolutely love that. Now I need to go read them because I want to see like if they talk about like all the stuff like leading up to the events of Citizen Sleeper 2 now. But that's so cool. So we are the Helian Dispatches, the only pirate radio station in the Starward belt. She lifts her chin proudly. We keep the system up to date on shifts in the system's power structures and the ongoing corporate war, all through the voices of the Helian system's own residents. Yeah, I love when game devs have the ability to do stuff like this. It's so cool. Also makes it like more like not meta, but like almost like an alternate reality game in a way, but not really. Kimball grunts again and a shower of sparks bursts from the machine behind Serene. Or at least we did before our transmitter got fried. What happened? All that repair work you've been giving time to, that was all caused by a Conway autonomous munition trained on our scent. Serene's eyes flash with anger. A mumble comes from Kimball as he pushes a handful of wiring out of his way. I do know that for sure, Kimball. Why else would it come so deep into the belt to hit the hollow at our broadcast site? Serene turns back, hands on hips. Kimball responds with a shrug. Either way, straight after that attack, we found our gear has been tampered with, sabotaged. Kimball grunts. Yes, Kimball, or just looted. Either way, we are now quiet, and when we are quiet, the war continues unobserved. Serene folds her arms and looks away defeated. What do you need? Look, we need a new broadcast array, a better broadcast array. Serene glances over her shoulder. We don't quite have the reach we'd like. Where you get one, that's another problem. We're talking pre-collapse tech here. It's not something we can just build ourselves. Kimball mutters something from the depths of the machine. Yeah, Holmes Rock isn't a bad idea, Serene replies. It used to be a relay station for Solheim, so it stands to reason they'd have arrays. And then there's the terminal there. Kimball's been bugging me to dig out some engine components to go for him to crack open and use in his repairs. God knows what kind of repairs he need for those, though. But that's what he says. Serene looks over her shoulder at Kimball, but receives no response. You both stare at his broad shoulders for a moment as a thin trail of smoke begins to emerge from the machine. Uh-oh. Now, maybe we can do a little fundraising here on the Hollow. What we can get, we'll happily hand over. Serene shakes her head, but I'm telling you now, it won't be a lot. I'll see what I can do. We'd appreciate it. Hell, the people of the healing system would appreciate it. She glances over her shoulder. I think Kimball would appreciate it, too. You leave Serene and Kimball to their repairs, making note of the engine components and wideband array they will need to get back on the air. It's hard to tell if the job will be worth your time, but then again, someone as knowledgeable as Serene might be a useful asset. Okay. Ooh, so this is... Okay. So we do have engine components, but I'd rather wait on those. So we would go back to the array for that, which I'm not going to do just yet. We'll do that, like, if we're going back in that direction, we'll go over there. But for now, we are going to go to the green belts. As I take a bite of food because my tummy is rumbly. Look at it. It's all dusty. Sometimes I have this game's music in my head while doing things and I love it. I love that. Okay. The biosphere, once barren, is transformed. Where it was once dry and gray, it now swirls with amber dust, a hazy cloud cut through the bone-white tendrils of steppe silk. Aki, in mask and goggles, lets the biosphere's circulating air play with the end of her scarf, twirling and twisting, even threatening to rip it from her neck. That scarf, she has explained, is woven from the bast fibers of the steppe silk itself. That's why this place is known as the Weaver's Fields, for the workshops of Greenbelt residents, creating fabric from its steppe silk fibers. Weavers who fled from Ember Steppe and those taught afresh by Aki herself. Pardon. Isn't it beautiful? Aki asks, her eyes glowing. Ember Steppe were born on this rock, but not as an archive, as something new. The plants themselves are reconfigured. The steppe silk adapts well to the microgravity, even thrives, as the dust itself becomes a cloud that surrounds it. Aki points to a tendril stretching across the space. What was once a burrowing plant is now a bridging plant. Like us, it projects itself across empty space, pushing out into its new conditions. Aki looks at you. Sorry, I'm rambling. This place does that to me. Her chuckle is muffled by her mask. It is beautiful. She's right, it is beautiful. Aki bows. Thank you, I'm glad you like it. Let's leave the dust house. We can talk more easily outside. She shepherds you through some nearby double doors, the space between blasting you with air to clean away the dust. You find yourself in a sparse room, racks of unfamiliar tools on the wall, slit-like windows looking out into the amber dust storm. This is just the beginning for us. Aki has slipped off her mask, and her voice is crisp and bright above the rumbling of the air recyclers. The steppe silk is already being harvested, redded, and woven. This is no synthetic fiber from the dark side looms. This is a natural fabric, out here in this unnatural place. Aki brushes a little dust away. We will trade it, and get what Greenbelt needs to stay stable, to feed its people. I am the administrator, but the workers are the owners here, and we will make a future for ourselves from our work. Aki shrugs. We control our path. What more could we want? Silence falls in the room. The idea of such a future is so desirable that it is almost painful, an idea that haunts you. You can spend as much time here as you like. Aki breaks the silence, somehow aware of your thoughts. I find the noise soothes me. Thank you. Aki bows gently. Aki pauses. There's something you want to ask me, she smiles. I can see it right there on the tip of your tongue. Okay, this would bring up Nemba. We don't deserve her now. Aki listens carefully as you talk about the refugees in the Far Spindle, and the possibility of setting up a mutual relationship between them and Greenbelt. The Far Spindle is a long way from here, she sighs. Come, find me in my unit later. We can discuss more then. You leave Aki in her dust house, surrounded by the landscape of her homeworld. One of many creatures born on that parched moon that is in the process of transforming into something new. Ooh. Ooh. We have access to our unit now. Okay, but first we're gonna get some fuel for our trip back. Excuse me. And we do have skill points available, so I'm gonna upgrade my intuition. Okay, Aki's unit. Gift the spores. Come in. The door of Aki's unit slides open and you see her perched at a terminal, her face pale in the blue light of the screen. You have not seen her in this setting before. She seems paler, older when she isn't surrounded by the soft light of the biomes. Just one moment. Her eyes do not leave the screen and she leans in closer, squinting at some detail. You get the sense that this is her least favorite part of her admin position. She sighs and looks up. Done. Immediately, her eyes are drawn to the crate you carry. What have you brought me? A gift. She raised her eyebrows. From who? Let me see. As she unlocks the worn catches on the crate, you explain about Nemba and his work to feed the refugees in the underhang. You aren't sure Aki is listening, though. She seems too eager to see inside the crate. Fair. Me when I get a package. Aki manages to get the lid open and lifts a dented canister out of the inside. She turns it, peering through the small window at the dusty-looking translucent sheet curled inside. Spore prints! She looks at you. This is quite a gift. From this Nemba, you said. She carefully slots the canister away. We will make good use of it. The tunnels under Greenbelt will make an excellent mushroom garden. She smiles to herself. I was lucky enough to be taught how to tend mushrooms by a true expert. Who was that? Ah, someone from my journey here. A botanist on Erlin's Eye. That was the first game's setting. She's very kind to us. She would have liked to meet you. Yeah, that was the botanist who helped us create mushrooms to make stabilizer out of. I would like to meet Nemba. Perhaps we can find some commonality. She glances over her shoulder at her terminal, but I can't leave Greenbelt, not now. She looks at you sheepishly. I'm a little nervous to ask this of you, given your ferrying back and forth of messages and deliveries, but would you bring Nemba here so we can speak? Is there not another way? We have no long-range communication links across the belt. Apart from ferrying written messages, this is all we can do. Okay, I figured I would ask. A shrill beep begins emanating from Aki's terminal. Ah, she smiles. The Weavers. I need to speak to them. You make your way out of the unit as Aki takes a deep breath and then accepts the incoming transmission. One more run from Greenbelt to the far spindle and back again. At least you aren't carrying spores this time. Well, not like it was a problem before, was it? Okay. Yeah. Oh, can we go to Holmes Rock? No, we can't. Fuck. Be happy, but this will... Not gonna be happy, but this will be fun. Not like spores could explode the ship or anything. True. Okay. God, I want to go to Dark Side. Let's go to Helion Gate. We'll go to Holmes Rock from Helion Gate. Do the thing we need to do there. Ooh. Hello. You're the first to notice them. Small, white, smooth shapes at the boundaries between hull plates and the seams of paneling curling out from beneath vents. Okay. Mushrooms dotted here and there all across the cargo bay. Mushrooms growing on your ship. Oh, God. Remember how you just said, Susie? At least we're not carrying spores that could explode the ship? Stop speaking things into existence, Susie. Stop. Stop it. This doesn't seem very hygienic. Bliss floats next to you, serving the scattering of pale caps in the cargo bay. It's hard not to agree, although you doubt spores and fungi can have a significant effect on your body. Not that you've versed it before. We should vent the cargo bay. Serafin's voice crackles through the cargo bay speakers. He's flying the ship, but you updated him on your new passengers. This is what comes from having spores and wonky crates sitting in your bay, cycle after cycle. It's my curse, Susie. You're a prophet. I hope the stray likes shrooms. They don't seem to be hurting anyone. They float over to a cap and tear it off at the stem. We know from Nemba that these are edible, so we could farm them. We are always short of supplies. Serafin's voice buzzes through the speakers, but a few caps don't make a meal. Bliss inspects the cap. I do like a good mushroom. They sniff it. Back on the eye, they had these Matsutake that smelled amazing. Yeah, that was the one, the stall vendor that I loved. You look over the cargo bay. It doesn't get used much. Most of your halls fit comfortably in one quarter. There's plenty of room to isolate a little growing area, maybe with some plastic sheets. Or you could just open the hatch and let the void of space sterilize the whole place for you as you fly. After all, if these things get into the air recyclers, you could have a serious problem on your hands. And who knows what that might do to the wiring. You doubt either decision will bother Nemba, at least. His spores are delivered, and you have a free hand to choose. I don't know, chat. What do we think? Sleeper does have a good point about, like, we don't want it to get into the wiring or anything. I'm not even sure how the spores, like, got out, though, because if it was in a container, in a canister, then how did it get out, you know? Shrooms, we want the shrooms? Okay. Oh, it was the stray. The stray was eating through things, though. Yeah. Alright, we'll keep the mushrooms. Bliss holds the cap to their mouth and thinks better of it. Then squints at you. Are you sure? Y'all, they're questioning us. Game, don't make me think like this. Stray is an innocent angel. That is very true. Stray is an innocent baby. What could possibly go wrong? Please don't quote me later or something bad happens after. Yeah, the fact that they're giving us, like, a second thought about it. Actually, no, let's vent them. Alright then, Serafin's voice hisses. Better safe than sorry, you two will need to do it locally. Takes a minute to move the cargo from the bay into secure lockers. Once you're done, you and Bliss back out and seal the doors. Sorry, little fungi. Bliss says to the room as they start the cargo bay doors opening sequence. We wanted to keep you, but there wasn't much room. The bay vents into space, some of the caps torn from their place and thrown out of the void by the pressure change. You look at Bliss. What? They grin. Serafin's not the only one who can make jokes, you know? Bliss is very cute. Yeah, because I think, like, the only positive that comes of having the mushrooms growing is that, like, we may get, like, an extra thing of food every now and then. That's, like, the only thing I can think of. Eugene finds you in a quiet corner of the rig. Serafin just gave me something I think you need to see. I'm gonna need to double check with Serafin on that one, Chief. Eugene has been uncharacteristically quiet since your journey to the Aphelion Path's resting place, and even now there is a serious to him you do not recognize. He produces a personal terminal, a slate, and shows you the screen. On it is a message from the singers, from Peter. I am pleased to report the fraction drive's extraction was a success. You hear the gravelly voice in your mind as you read. Thanks to your choice to concede. Conway attempted pursuit, but Singer's ships are fast and quiet, and we soon lost them in the debris. You smile. Peter's arrogance is clear, even in writing. We have now begun the project to implement the expand the fraction drive, which is why I am writing to you. Encrypted with this message is a full scan of the drive itself, its components and systems. You exchange a glance with Eugene. I believe you deserve as much. For your integrity in our encounter, I'm glad we didn't have to kill you. What you do with the plans is up to you, but I would recommend that you do not attempt to sell or publish them unless you wish to attract further attention from Conway. The singers will soon leave Helion, and in part, we have to acknowledge your role in making this possible. We wish you safe passage on your journey, Peter. At least that's very noble of him. At least he recognized, like, you know what, you did have a part in us being able to get out of here, so, like, we're paying you your due, essentially. At the bottom of the message, a handful of encrypted files open up to reveal an insanely compact set of scans and diagrams, the fraction drive. You look up at Eugene, who has a sharp smile on his face. The bastard did it. He shakes his head, and I have to thank you for stopping me from killing him. I wonder, can we actually build this, though? You should listen to me more. Eugene laughs. I'll do my best, Captain, but no promises. Building it is another problem. I'm not an engineer. He squints at the diagrams. We would need a lot of resources and the kind of machines only found in places like Darkside. With time... research? Who knows? Eugene grins. The point is, it's possible. We have the plants. The path is there. Okay, so this option is not out. Okay. You see it now. Eugene's swagger returning. For better or for worse, this project fuels him. It's on the back burner for now. We have more immediate things to deal with. He slips the terminal away, but I will start calling in favors, quietly investigating how real this is. Do it carefully this time, you fucking asshole. No, I have learnt my lesson. Good. Eugene frowns, something dark crossing his face. Look, I know this is exciting, but... He pauses, unsure of his words. We know what people did to claim this drive. He swallows hard. What I did. He taps the terminal. Part of me wants to delete these right now. He looks down. They make me afraid of what I'll do to fulfill them. We're making all the hard decisions. I'm gonna say it won't be like that. Like, we'll stop it. Yeah, I think they did get Stray out, though. I smell an ending. Oh, whoa. Perhaps you're right. He smiles weakly. I want to believe it. God, the bees are starting. The bees are outside. I don't want them. Go away. The way you treat me, it makes me believe something. His brow knits, his own words irritating him, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm not much of a believer. He looks down. You can see he is fighting with himself. I don't like to owe people. He pats you on the shoulder, but for you, I will make an exception. With that, he turns away, gliding back through the ship and out of sight. A fraction drive of your own, a machine to cut a path through the stars. You shake your head. It's not hard to dream. But you have seen the danger of that dream, too. What it drove you, Jin, and others to do. Perhaps together you can keep each other on that narrow path to the future without straying into obsession. Or perhaps thinking of those impossibly complex plans, it will never come to pass. Are they a diagram of your future or a labyrinth to become lost in? The only way to know is to live it together. Ooh. It's a weird thing there. Alright. We are going to take our 5-minute break because I do need to go to the bathroom. Jazzy nearly ate a bee last Saturday. I was like, no! We are going to take our 5-minute break to do self-care things. Everyone got stung by a bee. I got bit by a bee twice on the face when I was younger. It flew up my pant leg. I got scared and it bit me here and here. And then my face puffed up the next day. So I had to go on an antibiotic. So I don't like bees. I want to like bees. I understand how bees are very important, but I do not want them near me. No eating the spicy flies. Alright, so we are going to take our 5-minute break. Appreciate you all hanging on out, and we will see you in 5 minutes. So don't forget to get snacks, stand up, stretch, move around, do the things you need to do, and we'll be back in 5. I also totally forgot that I was going to light a candle, right? So I have 3 candles that y'all can pick. I can't hold them all up at once. Okay. So I have, this is candle A. This is golden vanilla. Smells very good. I mean, they all smell good. I bought all of them, so they should smell good. Candle B is a wood wick. It is fireside redwood and sandalwood clove. Also smells very good. And lastly is one I got for the star sign of Aries, which is eucalyptus, mint leaf, and bergamot. Which has a cool little thing in the top of it. Also smells very good. Susie, can we have like a 30-second poll for options 1, 2, and 3, and only 1, 2, and 3 on it? So, again, your choices are 1, golden vanilla, 2, the woodwick, which is fireside, redwood, and sandalwood clove, or 3, the astrology one, which is eucalyptus, mint leaf, and bergamot. So just options 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, Susie. I need you to be serious with polls, please. Because I can't do polls on my end. Unless if I physically go into Twitch. Alright, vote. Poll is up. You have 30 seconds to vote. You can vote for either golden vanilla in this very cool octagon shape. That's number 1. Number 2 is the woodwick, fireside, redwood, and sandalwood clove. Or the astrology candle, or a minute. Or the astrology one, which is eucalyptus, mint leaf, and bergamot. Less than 20 seconds to vote. Then I will go burn it. Not the vote, not the poll. I will go actually burn the candle. Get your votes in. It's closing. And the winner is the astrology candle. Bet. Love that for us. Okay, so I'm going to go burn this. Pretend I add a Burger King in there somewhere. Okay, sure. That's fine. Whatever makes you happy. Thank you for voting. Yeah, we like getting originally I was only gonna get candles at Kohl's, and then I bought clothes as well. Bought too many clothes, actually. Tomorrow's gonna be I'm putting clothes away day and laundry. Back to gaming we go. Alright. So while we're here, we need to scavenge fuel while we're here. Okay. Because in order to get to Holmes Rock, we do not have enough fuel. I thought it was very fitting to vote astrology candle because of your birth soon. No, that's fair, that's fair. Oh, damn, we're hungry. Oh, fuck. We're double starving. I'm sure I have a Burger King perfume and I don't know how to feel. Oh, ew. I don't know how I feel about it either. Oh, do we have enough fuel? Oh, we should still use our dice, though. Oh, dang, we're hungry again. Yay. Okay. Fine. Alright, going to Holmes Rock. Wee woo, wee woo. Again, that was only a temporary stop. New location. Old relay. Ooh. Okay, now we're gonna work on that. Oh, dang. Okay. Can we go down here and maybe not die in the process? We're gonna be starving, it's fine. I need money, though. Fucking Christ. Buy supplies while I'm here. Okay. And cycle. Yeah, this means just a bop. Nice, we got the relay. Get engine components in the scatter yards. Okay. Okay, so we do have to go back to the scatter yards first. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, let's work Worky, worky. Okay. Then we need, I think, fuel to get where we need to go. Alright, we need to go talk to Nemba. Which, before we go talk to Nemba, we're gonna do this first. Because we can still become a gambler's friend here. Which I forgot about. Ooh, venture gambling. Now that you're vouched for, you can play games in the casino, but you feel the eyes of security on you. People are usually suspicious of sleepers, but they get especially suspicious when you repeatedly win on games on chance. Ooh. I can dig that. Okay, so let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. So, do we have to, like, lose? Oh, damn, that increased our stress? Oh, boo. Okay. This is 100%. This should be 100% safe. Recovery failed? Oh. Okay. We're just stressed. We're just big stressed, you know? Wait. Congratulating you on arranging the meeting. Now you just need to meet the fuel to get him. Oh, okay. So we need the fuel. Okay. Oh, so we're gonna take him now. Okay, is what we're basically saying. Once we get the fuel. Okay. Let me buy some kelp cakes, man. Okay. Alright, now we have the fuel. Let's go. Cool. And one of our dice is broken. That's fun. Okay, cool. At least we could fix it. Aki comes to meet Nemba at the entrance to Greenfields. You can tell she is in full admin mode. Her bows are precise, her words carefully chosen, but her manner is not without its distinctive warmth. Nemba responds in kind, taking a diplomatic tone, but with a wry grin to for her benefit. As Aki provides the tour, you watch them from one of the bridges, their conversation muffled by the greenery all around. They both look at home amongst the growing things, hands reaching out to touch stray leaves, faces dappled with sunlight. When Nemba returns afterwards, you aren't surprised to see him pleased. Plans are in motion, sleeper. Nemba smiles for a moment and then catches himself. Optimistic plans. What did she offer? She gracefully offered a regular supply of sepstil cloth for clothing and construction of shelters in the bays of the underhang. We're going to see about settling people here in Greenbelt to work with the farmers. Now besides, it is always a little strange to talk like this about the lives of people who have been exposed to so much suffering. But we do them no benefit to couch our words in platitudes. Nemba looks out at the green fields. Aki understands that. She's a refuge herself. She fled her moon many cycles ago. Nemba squints. We share that as well. You fled the war? I did. Does that change how you see me? Nemba sighs. Would it have made you treat me differently? He sniffs. Sorry, I'm being unfair. Just find that there's an expectation that if I am a refugee, I must be desperate. I must beg for aid, show my suffering. Nemba folds his arms. I prefer to make plain requests, or even better, strong demands. That's fair. You think of the back-and-forth journeys made for both Aki and Nemba and the aid that was asked of you. Would you have done the same if the request hadn't been so strong, the demand so obvious? Yes, we would have, because that's just who we are. Speaking to Aki, I could see she has experienced the same treatment, though I think she is less hardened by it. We both have our own reasons to do what we do, for why we enjoy it in our own ways. We don't need to explain ourselves to others. Numba looks over to his glasses at you. I am glad to have met her. Thank you for your part of it. I am glad to help. What I like about you, Sleeper, is that I believe you when you say that, Numba smiles wryly. I'll stay a little longer. Aki has promised to send me back to the far middle with the first shipment of fabric. I will then gather those who wish to come here and send them back in the same freighter. He smiles warmly at the view of the green fields. The exchange begins. The work never ends. You say your goodbyes and leave Numba on the bridge, enjoying the dappled light. After all the shuttling of spores across the belt, you finally have a clear view of Aki and Numba and their response to their own hardship. They are not saints acting from a position of purity, but pragmatists, with an intent to make change for things that once marked them. The future they will build together is one you are eager to see. Oh, hey, that's great. I love that for them. Yay. All right, we need to buy more fuel. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out too. All right, we also need to repair our dice. So let's go here. I don't think we can actually work. No, we can't. So these dice rolls are useless right now. Okay. Alright, let's feed the stray. And we are going to launch ourselves. We cannot go directly to Scatteryard, so we have to go to Hollow first. Oh shit, we're so stressed. Damn. And we have a glitch dice now. Okay. Damn, Sleeper really did not want to recover. They're just like, we're fine. Like, bitch, no you ain't. I'm not gonna do the other one just yet. Let's see. Yeah, let's align some arrays. Nice, we got 8 cry out of that. I'll take it. We need to find Sleeper Therapist? We do need to find Sleeper Therapist. Oh, damn, we still have a glitch dice? Fuck me, okay. Okay, nice. We got positive out of that. I'll take it. Basically, we're just gonna stay here a couple cycles and just grind money. I just need some cryo before we go to Scatteryards. Alright, and let's end cycle. Nice. Beautiful rolls. Okay, and we want... So let's scavenge for fuel. Sleeper, sweetie. Take a break, take a holiday, hug the stray, talk to your husband. Yeah. Do what you need to do, bestie. We'll stay here like maybe like 2 more cycles and then, all right, I'm gonna do, We're gonna slot this one to recover. Beautiful. No more stress for us. No more stressy, depressy sleeper. Which is what we love to see. Okay, we're gonna keep working out the signal ship. What? What, Susie? Why you look at me like that? Have we fed Stray? We did feed Stray. I did feed Stray. I fed them... I think before we left Greenbelt. Oh, nice. We keep getting neutral outcome out of that. I'll take it. Nice. Okay, we will stay here one more cycle. Nice, we got extra food out of that, and we're starving, so we actually do need to eat. Ooh, the lighting has changed a little bit. Hi, Combat, good to see you. How are you? It's a good baby who deserves all the love. Absolutely. Absolutely deserves all the love. And shrieks, of course, of course. Damn, we rolled well. Holy shit. Playing Split Fiction with the girlfriend for first time. Ooh, how are you enjoying that? I've been watching some playthrough of it, and I'm like... I don't know, like, the trailer during Game Awards, or one of the Game Award shows, just seemed really, really good. But, like, now I'm just, like, not... I'm just, like, eh? Like, it doesn't seem that enticing to me. I don't know. The video of 2 people playing it, I was like, wow, it's interesting. I like it a lot, but the only downside is kind of linear. I mean, I don't mind a good linear storytelling. Like, I don't mind a good linear game. The movement is really fluid, though. That's always good. Alright, so we're going to the Sky Yards for the first time, and we had amazing rolls. We love that for us. The winking sigils of the yards flash across the dark starscape of the belt, each one a siren light for crew in need of repairs or eager for improvements. The Scatter Yards live up to their reputation. The puzzle-solving lack of exploration by Linear. I think I understand what you mean. Like, it's like almost like a walking sim, but not a walking sim. Because I also never played It Takes Two, which I know is the same developer. But Serafin will not be drawn by the lights. He guides the ship into an empty, ragged-looking yard, darker and more frame than plate. It looks rougher than any of the others. Serafin, maybe we want to dock somewhere a little bit more welcoming? We aren't that hard up. Bliss turns to you, or are we worse off than I thought, Sleeper? Best shipwrights rarely have the brightest signs. Thought you know that, Bliss. Serafin reaches up, flicks a set of switches above his head. Marco's the best in the Scatter Yards. The best, or just the best you know? Bliss gives him a skeptical look. You'll see. He smiles widely, shutting off the main console and unclipping from the pilot's seat. We're here safe. Serafin turns to you. No need to run from Lane for a while. He'll never find us in Marco's yard. Will be nice to have a break from running. Junie floats at the back of the cockpit. We haven't spoken to her in a hot minute. I hear the Scatter Yards have some good data analysis terminals on the hub. Junie glances at you. If you could spare me. You follow Serafin as he glides eagerly to the airlock. You and Bliss exchange glances. Both of you are used to Serafin's headstrong moments, yet you still can't help but feel that now familiar pull of someone else's problems. Basically, I like it and it's good. I just rarely played totally linear platformer parkour games, so it's a little weird. That's fair. Yeah, like, I really like the concept of Split Fiction in terms of, like, it's two writers who get sucked into, like, each other's written world, but, like, I don't really like playing co-op games. It's either gotta be, like, single player or, like, online multiplayer in the way of, like, Dead by Daylight or Overwatches. Like, I don't want to play, like a pseudo couch co-op. Like, no thank you, I'm good. We're doing all right. I have new shirt. New shirt. It's got birds on it? Does it have birds on it? There are birds on this one. Yeah, there's birds. Burbs. I also have a candle lit. I can't smell it yet, though. You don't want to ruin friendships. No, it's not that. It's more of like, one, I don't have anyone local to play with me. Two, I just don't have the energy for it. Like, no. No, thank you. I'm good. Marco. Polo. Serafin opens his arms to the figure coming through the cycling airlock. Finn. Marco's cute. Oh god, he's also cute. Oh no. Well, it also has to be like long distance co-op because I have seen people play it like not couch co-op. New husband to the list. He reminds me of someone from the first game. Don't know who, but reminds me of them. Finn. Marco floats through the doorway, a crooked smile across his pale face, his sharp eyes glinting at the rig's bright work lights. The two embrace in more of a chest bump than a hug, Serafin spinning with the momentum of the impact to end with his arm across Marco's shoulder, the two side by side grinning. You notice Marco's eyes quickly falling on you, a slight narrowing suggesting he has immediate thoughts on your presence. So, this is who you're flying with now, Finn. Marco shoots you a wink, his expression shifting to conceal his previous curiosity or concern. Oh, is this man flirting with us? Hello? Sir? Why the winky wink? Why are we flirting? Are you suggesting something, my guy? Because I'm kind of here for it. Bliss, they introduce themselves curtly. You two used to be on the crew together, I assume. Me and Finn? No, we're just drinking buddies. Marco's response provokes a laugh from Serafin, some kind of joke you can't quite catch the tone of. Marco turns his attention to you, and a sleeper, he smiles. My condolences. It's a damn crime what those corporations do to you, but at least you're out, huh? Hasn't got much easier. Marco shrugs. The belt can be unforgiving, I know that myself. He turns back to Serafin. It's been too long, Finn. Not flying with old Betty anymore? You immediately see the reaction in Serafin, his eyes entire being tightening without anything more than a shudder to signify it. No, that's long done. Marco shrugs. That's the way of the belt. He shakes Serafin by the shoulder. Come on, then. Enough floating around in this drafty old thing. Let's get a drink. Couch and cross-plat co-op. Yeah, even then, I'm just like, nah. Like, I really want to enjoy I really like the concept, but, like, the second it was like, oh, yeah, this is a two-player experience, I'm like, no. No. Like, don't make me play with other people. I don't want to. Don't make me do this game. Feel free to make yourself at home in the yard. Hell, take a little fuel. I've got loads of this stuff, and it's been quiet for more than a few cycles. Happy to spare some for a friend. He steers Serafin down the docking tunnel, waving a hand to you and calling back. I'll have him home in a cycle or two. His laughter echoes down the tunnel as they leave. Bliss turns to you. I'm going to go dig around the other yards for some components the rig do with. They smile. You got things to do? You think a cadet, and wonder if she found her way to the scatter yards. To extract the data on the hexport drive, the only way to know would be to find her. Serafin's words echo in your mind, his insistence that the only way to escape Lane is to beat him on his home turf. With Darkseid just sunward of the scatter yards, this might be the perfect platform from which to attempt such a wild and dangerous plan. Sleeper? Bliss brings you out of your thoughts. I hate when you do that. Just take care out there, okay? They drift off down the docking tunnel, leaving you in the airlock. It seems the next step is up to you. Oh, shit. Okay, they're off to go drink. And we physically cannot leave because we do not have Serafin. Oh god, this really is a scatter yard. Oh goodness. Okay. Okay, so we can follow the markers or do shop talk. No faster way to get to know ship fitters than to chat about their complex work. It does require a certain knowledge base, though. Around the hub, there are scrawled alphanumeric markers that act as signs to the ship fitters if you can understand them. Let's see what else is there. Shipfitter's mate, new workers at Sawyer's Yard are given the toughest job. As a mate, you're expected to keep the fitter supplied with confidence and speed. Okay, so that's it. That's the areas we can go to. We can't go to anywhere else. Okay. Start the transit hub. Start here. Follow the markers. New location discovered. Hey! You hear the voice echoing through the public passage. Wait up! Cadet! Yay! I'm glad to see you. Cadet sweeps her hair out of her eyes, then glances up and down the corridor. This is not my kind of station. Cadet rolls straight into her complaints. All the yards have their own watering facilities, meaning the hub here is not fit for general use. There's a couple of guest houses, but you will not believe the state of them with all the spacers that stop here for shore leave. She shudders. You don't want to know. Sorry, I couldn't come sooner. On the run, I get it. She shrugs. You and me both. So get this. Cadet locks her fingers together and stretches her arms. That girl of mine I said could crack anything. She's gone. Didn't even leave a note. Ran to Darkside, maybe? Not that I blame her given the state of this place. She looks sideways at the grubby walls. Oh, that's unfortunate. She left her workshop empty, though, so I slipped in. That's where I've been napping. I've been doing my best all these cycles to crack the drive, but I'm a spindlejack, not a data scrapper. Which is why I'm happy to see you. She takes a breath. So telling you I have not spoken to anyone in a long time. She runs a hand through her hair, so... How about that alert they put out on you? Doesn't seem to stretch too far out of the spindle, but I've been careful. She glanced around, hence not talking to anyone in ages bit. Look, I'm in over my head here. Cadet looks away, annoyed at herself. How about you come down to the workshop, we put our heads together, see what we could pull out. I just know there's some nasty shit on that drive, stuff worth getting out into the light. Cadet sets her jaw. Nasty enough for them to ruin my life over. I'll be there. Smiles for a moment and then it's gone. Alright then. The workshop is in the tech cluster. You'll see it. She sighs. Now I've got to go find something to eat that isn't dried. She turns and disappears back down the passageway. Cool. Alright. Okay. Yeah, here's the workshop. Oh yeah, so we can use our good dice on this one. Or our decent dice, I guess. Dark data. The spent drive. Buy a meal. Okay, that's where we can go to get food. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna split my dice evenly among these couple places. We got cryo out of that. Love to see it. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna go back to here. Gonna end cycle. Gonna take a bite of food. +3, hell yeah. Thank you, it is. It's tuna. Can't really see it. It's tuna with avocado, cucumber, carrot, lima beans, almonds, quinoa, rice, and some of that like crunch that they put on top of sushi. And I drizzled some soy sauce on it because I didn't like the sweet and spicy sauce that they provided. Dice gave us some good shit. No, that was just because we rolled a net positive. It is very good. I should say it's raw tuna. Like sushi, almost. Thinking about getting some tuna to have some cheesy pasta with tuna or some bacon bits. Ooh. Bacon and cheesy pasta? Yeah, that's some good shit there. That's some quality work you've been doing. The voice booms through the locker after your ship fitter shift. Try saying that 5 times fast. But why are you doing the grunt work, Sleeper? Oh, Surya. Savvy ship fitter. You turn to see a large man with a metal arm and bright patterned clothes. You spent enough time here to immediately know this is Surya, the owner of the yard and well-known ship fitter. Well, Surya wipes his one metallic hand on a cloth, polishing its painted surface. What do you have to say for yourself? I needed a chits. Is that so? He nods slowly. I know a lot of what happens in the scatter yard, Sleeper, and what I don't know, people tell me. He smiles proudly, and I know you have a ship. Someone who has a ship, especially a ship like yours, should not be lugging around my workers' tools. Surya flexes his artificial arm, inspecting it. That, to a person like me, is a waste. I do what I need to. I respect that. He smiles. You impressed me. I want to take a look at your ship, Sleeper. Can people stop following me to where my ship is, please? He goes back to working on the hand, called a professional curiosity. It's a bit drab. Surya looks up and meets your eye. An old Solheim rig, still in corporate colors. He shakes his head. No. I feel like that's your problem. People want a crew that looks the part, an outfit with an outfit. He grins. Look at my yard. I grew it from a chunk of scrap by showing people I was professional. I had standards. I made Surya's yard recognizable. Your problem is that you are working as ship fitter's mate, when you should be imagining much more for yourself and your crew. And so that got me thinking. I want to help, to clean up that old rig, paint it up, give it some color. He tucks the cloth away in his tool belt. How does that sound? Sure. Why not? Thing is, you don't just slap some paint on the old rig like that. And for this to work, we need to reflect your crew, your style. So I'm happy to do the painting with my team. I'll need you to find some inspiration. Surya looks away, towards the locker room's lone window. Luckily, the belt is full of it, full of pattern and texture and style. There's nothing uniform about this place, and it's for the better of it. Surya looks back at you. You need to go out there, find some views, some sights, and make your own designs. Here. Crowley pulls a small slate from his tool bag. It has a 64-color screen. I fixed it up myself. You take and inspect the slate, made from mismatched pieces, but elegantly slow. See what you find to inspire you. Then come and see me. Thank you. I can see what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's in it for me financially? Surya eyes you carefully. How does this make you any chits? That's the other part of the proposal. While you take this voyage around the belt, you can do something for me and get paid for it. Free of charge. I'll paint your rig with the look and name of my yard here. Surya's yard. It commands respect. He nods sagely. You take that name to the rest of the belt, represent it and your crew. On your travels, spread it to the other crews. For this, I will pay you 300 cryo. It's mutually beneficial. You will earn better doing this than any yard work, and I get increased custom. What's not to like? Surya awaits your response calmly, but you feel his expectant eyes on you. I don't know about having your ship name on, your yard name on there, just because, like, we're kind of on the run, mate. This will make us easier to spot. Fine. Sure. I'll send my team over immediately, but by the time you return to your rig, they should be done. He reaches into the work pouch. Here, 150 cryo now. 150 when you return with those designs. Sure. Take the cryo. Of course, I will give you the other half when you return with those designs. I need to be sure you don't repaint the ship before your pilgrimage is done. It's only fair. Keep the slate. He waves an arm at you to put it away. Go find inspiration. Bring the designs. I don't want to see you back in the shipyard. You need to be out there. He smiles. It was a pleasure, and before you could say anything else, he's gone. Time to find out what his guru has done to your rig. Oh, so we can have it be repainted. Oh wait, it actually looks kind of nice. Oh, that actually looks kind of good. Not gonna lie. I rarely eat it because it's rich, but I consider it a pleasure meal. Oh, I encourage you to go make that food. Go do it. Oh god, Serafin's gonna be big mad. Sleeper. Serafin's voice echoes through the ship. You in here? You glide down to the airlock, unsure of what state you're about to find your pilot in. Oh, that's right, he also got back from drinking. Serafin floats in the airlock, his arms above his head, gripping the lip to the interior door to hold himself in place. Come on, we need to talk. There's a straight-faced seriousness to Serafin you weren't expecting. Especially considering that he spent the 2 cycles with Marco. Follow him. Serafin leads you across the bridge, but rather than turn towards the automated shuttle bay that connects Marco's yard to the rest of the assembly, he leads you deeper into the guts of the yard itself. As he does, he begins to speak. Told Marco about Lane, about our escape, about everything. He gets it. He worked in Darkside. You trust him? I do. He looks back over his shoulder at you, and I would hope you trust me by now, too. He comes to a sealed door with hammers and entry code. Somewhere, machines start whirring. Remember in Wellspring after everything what I said? Serafin turns to face you. About taking Lane on? Exactly that. He meets your eye. The door suddenly squeals as the ancient motors kick in and drag it across its corroded tracks. It reveals a large half-lit chamber, its furthest parts masked with layers of scaffolding and frames, so it is hard to tell where the room actually ends. At the center, in a pool of warm light, Marco floats beside a terminal screen. Sleeper. He touches his brow in a mock salute as you enter. Been busy plotting? Serafin shoots you a look. Just hear Marco out, alright? Just imagine him coming back to the ship and he's like, dude, where's my ship? What'd you do to my ship, bro? You hear the door you entered through screech shut, and then a sudden silence descends. Sorry to drag you out here, Sleeper, but I really can't be overheard on this one. We are close to Darkside here, and Utsubo have ambitions, shall we say, in the scatter yards. No, that's fair. That's fair. Finn told me the whole story, and I'm sorry for your troubles. He clasps his hands together. You have done well to evade Lane this far, but you must understand he's also been distracted. Since Hexport went up, well, Darkside has been in crisis. If the war was the pressure shift that allowed Utsubo to build its strength, Hexport was the breach to blow it wide open. Marco springs his hands apart. Hexport's their justification for imposing total control in the name of protection. Marco glances away into a dark corner of the room, and if my hunch is right, it's how they will extend their reach to the scatter yards. Where's this going? Marco laughs and looks straight to the business, this one. I'm done running, Sleeper. I hate looking over my shoulder every cycle. I hate the nightmares, the fear. Well, if you have nightmares, come cuddle with me, Serafin. We can cuddle together and be happy in each other's embraces, alright? I want to face this head on, for better or worse. He looks away, scowling. I won't be controlled by Lane, and this is our chance to break that control. He does make a good cuddle bug. The stray said so. Lane is hunting you, Sleeper, which means he is not in Darkside. Marco raises an eyebrow. This is good for you. There are people in Darkside resisting Utsubo, though I hear it is not going well for them. If you could find them, find out what they need, there is a chance there. Marco pauses, and you get the feeling he is assessing your reaction. Taking action is a choice right now, Sleeper, but soon it won't be. Serafin glances at Marco. Not if what Marco is telling me is true. Let's do this on our own terms. Well, what do we need to do? He meets your eyes with conviction. Thank you, Sleeper. I know we can do this. No, I didn't agree. I just wanted to ask, what did we need to do? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Marco interrupts. I will need some time to work this out. If you two want to go to Darkside, there is no way you could take that stolen rig. It was big enough for us just to bring it here. He glances at Serafin, and you get the feeling he already has been reprimanded for this. So I need to find you a way in and a way out. Marco rubs his hands together. I know it can be done. He turns to you. I recommend you take the next few cycles to prepare. The scatter yards are a good place to both spend and make cryo, depending on your need. And Finn, Marco puts a hand on his friend's shoulder. Try to stay cool. This will be a recon only. A chance to see what's happening on Darkseid and make your connections. It is not the time for grand gestures. Husband said, I do. We did. We did. Serafin nods. Thank you, Marco. He glances at you. We'll keep things quiet until you are ready. You and Serafin lead the hidden bay, the door screeching open to allow you to exit. When it seals once more, Serafin turns to you. This is our chance to shift things here, Sleeper. Let's keep our heads in the game. Are there other options? Do you see any? Serafin sighs. You heard, Marco. It's just recon. We get in, make the connections, and get out. Then we talk options. We should give Marco some time. I've got a few things I want to take care of in the scatter yards, and I want to get a message to Tala. I know she would want to hear from me before he trails off. Let's make sure we're ready. Keep your head up, Sleeper. I'll see you on the rig. And with that, Serafin kicks down the passage on his way to the shuttle dock. You watch him go, unsure if you are impressed or concerned about his headstrong nature. Either way, things are in motion. The only thing you can do now is give yourself the best chance of success. Nice. Serafin, give us a hug. Give us physical contact, please, sir. Okay. We use so much cryo. New location discovered. Oh, Marco's yard. I wonder what's down there. I'm gonna go down there. Okay, this is Cadet's Workshop. Nice. Okay. We will do that after a 5-minute break. So we're going to see what is on the encrypted files after the 5-minute break. So we're going to take 5 minutes, stand up, stretch, move around, do what you need to do. We're going to come back. We're going to see what is happening on this encrypted drive. We're going to see what Marco's plan is for us. And maybe we'll find some more spare parts. Because I don't think there's anything else for us to do now on this station. So we shall see. We shall see. But we'll see you all in 5. Do the self-care things, and we'll be right back. Hi. I went to the bathroom and washed my hands. And ta-da! Peanut butter cheesecake. We forever have the leaves. Yeah, it must be bugged. I don't know what's going on here. Can I, like, reset this? Oh, can I let me refresh it. Okay. Let me try it now. Nope, it's just broken. Drop is broken. I tried doing it, and it clearly is not showing up on the screen. So, it broken. But that's okay. That is okay. Yes, I got a slice from Wegmans. Cheesecake Factory is still superior. Because I can have, like, 3 portions of it across 3 days. Good shit. You tried drop command. You want some? Come over. Or go to Wegmans, one or the other. It's a very cute Vaporeon emote. Bet? Alright. As a reminder of the upcoming stream schedule, on Monday is birthday stream playing Dead by Daylight, and we will have a spinning wheel, I promise. Tuesday, we will be continuing and finishing Life is Strange Double Exposure, and next Saturday we will continue with Citizen Sleeper 2, but not at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Borth. Borth indeed. I'll be the nice age of 27. Okay. We're here. We are back. We're going to probably at least stream at least another hour, if not a little longer than that. The day of birth. Birthed. Cat catches your eye as you look over at her. What is it? She takes the end of the metal chopstick she has been chewing out of her mouth. Got something? Remember when I was 27? Feels like 100 years ago. It's been 84 years. Cadet had given up already for the cycle, and while you were cracking the drive's complex encryption on her friend's workstation, she has been floating in the middle of the small workshop, pinging bits of scrap off the shelving on the wall. Now she spins in the air and pushes off from the ceiling, spinning as she glides so she lands perfectly behind you, leaning over the terminal screen. Clinging desperately to 27. It's been a year for being 27. I've been falling for 100 years. As she does, you hit a key, executing the final decryption process. Slick. She goes to ruffle your hair, but you don't have any. Instead, she just wobbles your head playfully. We're a fucking bobblehead. That is what's happening right now. We're a bobblehead to her. That's fine. With Cadet hanging over your shoulder, you try to concentrate on the data spooling across the screen. The first thing that catches your eye is the steady repetition of CWXet, an identifier for Conway Extractions, the behemoth conglomerate currently waging a corporate war with the Senate stat in the inner system. Why Conway? Why this data? You stop the scroll looking for details. Hit that thing. Cadet pokes the screen, making it wobble. You dutifully click. A comment expands in the code, a note left by someone. It mentions tests and protocols, discusses reverse engineering and carrier signals. You close it and find another. Drone latency. Another. Security bypass. One more. Kill switch. Takes a long time, you and Cadet squinting into the blue screen to build up a picture of what you are looking at. When you are done, both of you sit back, your eyes sore, and your minds clogged with technical terminology. Shit. Cadet strikes her head. They were dissecting it live. She's referring to the Conway drone mind this stream of data was scraped from. Huge volumes of eternal data, of control systems, protocols, and passphrases. The kind of data you imagine was closely guarded by Conway, kept secret to allow the smooth operation of its drones. This thing, it's some kind of general or manager, right? Giving orders out to all of the little drones that work for it. Cadet squints. I always thought Conway controlled its drones remotely with people, those zero latency point interfaces you hear about. Also, I may or may not be planning on sending you something gray. I need your shipping address. Bet. Can you DM me on Discord and I will send it to you? Sleeper bobbleheads when devs? When indeed. From what you know, Cadet is right. Conway is known for their novel solution to the scale and logistical problems of the surrogate systems. Extraction security drone ships piloted from light years away with proprietary comms interfaces. A drone mind, what this code is scraped from, should be a kind of a distributor, a relay for the local drones that links to the closely guarded transmitter or receiver. But this data suggests otherwise. It suggests an active cognitive process, far more complex than any protocol you have heard of, a thinking machine. Thank you. Look, Cadet jabs at the screen again. Is that? She squints. You see a line in the data stream that reads simply, stop, get out, stop, get out, stop, get out, stop, get out. How do they do this? Cadet leans back. Everyone knows captured Conway drones purge themselves and everything else in the couple square clicks around them when captured. You rip the control core out of one, sure, you can disassemble it, but its systems will be gone. This one was still running when they took it apart. It should have gone up like a tactical nuke the moment they started. She stopped suddenly, the fate of Hexport jumping into her mind. Is that what happened? But how did they get all of this and get it on a drive? Silence fills the workshop. You look back to the screen, unsure of the answers to Cadet's questions. You feel a deep chill, one that you know has nothing to do with the temperature of the workshop. Who the hell was doing this? Cadet scans the code once more. Alright, let's work out who. We're gonna get a neutral outcome regardless. Nice. Positive. You back over the data. Nothing. But the absence of a trail tells you almost as much as an obvious one would. The data is scrubbed clean. Not a mention of who was scraping it. That means a professional. A professional with access to tools and protocols way beyond what you've usually seen in Starward Belt. An outsider. Which outsider would benefit most from knowing the control protocols of Conway drones? Who would risk an entire belt station to find them? It's the simplest answer. Occam's razor. Senate Stat did this. You say it out loud, and it sounds right. Yeah, that'd be my first guess too, but it's still a guess. We've been at this for too long. I'm cooked. She pushes away from the terminal and floats into the room, stretching out her arching back. We know they had this drone mined on Hexport. That's where they were cutting it, scraping it. We know something happened and Hexport went up. She sketches her thoughts out in the air with hand gestures as she summarizes. The data got out on that drive, I'm assuming before the explosion, then got to the far spindle. Someone tried to courier it using me, but the receiver wasn't there. She turns and looks at you, which is why they ruined my life and my job trying to get it back. This data is valuable. That's for sure. Imagine taking control of all those drones, turning them away, or towards any target you wanted. She floats over to the drive and picks it up. This thing is the only way to buy my life back. Cadet frowns at it. The way I see it, we have to expose these fools so they can leave me be, or give them the data so they piss off forever. What's the plan? All the roads lead in one direction, I'm afraid. She spins the drive in the air. Back home. Hexport. If there's anything to confirm or deny this data, if there's anything to connect it to, if there's anything left at all, it'll be in the remains of that station. I had a feeling it might come to this, so I made some inquiries when I first got here. The word is that the place is irradiated to hell, but I've also heard the radiation is fading. And it's not like half the belt is glowing anyway. She shrugs grimly. With suits, we'd have maybe a few cycles before it'd start to leak through. Problem is getting in. She puts the drive back on the desk's magnetic surface. Far spindle is a no. Not only do I not want to get picked up there, but the debris is denser on that side. No safe way in. Dark side is the best bet. She shakes her head. But I heard you had some trouble waiting for you there. What if I deal with the trouble? Then we'd have a clear shot at it. She shrugs. Easier said than done. This place is one hell of a stowaway spot, shielded from everything. Plus the scatter yards are no one's territory. I'm gonna leave the drive here. She squints at you. No peeking. But me? I want to keep moving. So I was thinking I could maybe make myself useful till you shake that trouble from dark side. She smiles. Work for room and board and all that. You want to come with us? Yeah, professionally speaking. Oh yeah! What do you say? You know I'm tough. I can do plenty besides ride an air bike. Yeah, hell yeah! That's the answer I was looking for. Cadet scans the workshop. I had enough of space or bathrooms for a lifetime. I'll make myself at home in your rig. She picks up the drive and tucks it in a pocket. More people! More stowaways! Yeah! More strays! Cadet glances away at the racks on the wall, and you follow her eyes to spot her air bike where it is hanging, carefully secured and pristinely kept. Cadet gives you a hard look. You better have room for my bike. Absolutely we'll have room. The Spindlejack, recruit Cadet to your crew. Oh, yay. Ooh, we can still do stuff here, actually. Yay, we have Cadet now. Ooh, we also discovered a new location. Let's go to that first. Yard supply. So this is where we can get fuel and supplies. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's see what comes up here. I'm gonna up like to cat like Serafin. Can we keep her? Can we keep her? God, we have so much money. Alright, let's end cycle. Also, I love how we have this like little neon logo now. I like that. I'm kind of here for it. Okay, now we have fuel, so we'll ask everyone to go on odd jobs. Okay. Finally, one last thing we gotta do here. Okay. Fabricator bay. Pay bay usage fee. The engine component fabricators in the hub are for ship fitters only, so they ask for a one-time fee to dissuade casual use. Bet. Sure. Okay. Ooh. Build engine components. Even with the specialized fabricator component, construction is a delicate act. Only the most skilled can produce a rare, error-free component. Okay. Okay, so the more errors, less valuable. Enough errors, and it's worthless. Okay. Okay. It's a neutral outcome. Alright. This is interesting. Oh, and then it resets. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually really cool. Nice. And what we got? Engine component fabricated. I believe this is what... Yeah, they need engine components. Okay, cool. Which we also do too. So if we build enough, then we can have a new engine. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, time to talk to Finn. That's his new name now. That's his Nicky name. You find Serafin and Marco waiting for you in the hidden room where you met before. They're chatting quietly, their shadows cast across the scaffolding by a small lamp. Sleeper, Marco's got something good. He nods to Marco. Tell them. Marco gives you a nod as you look at him, his mood quiet, conspiratorial. I don't know if it's as good as Finn thinks, but it's an opening. I heard back from a friend of mine who runs a yard on the edge of the cluster, a fair way out from here. Smart guy. He makes a tidy profit off selling fuel to freight crews on their way into Darkside. He undercuts the Darkside dockyard fuel prices, which includes a cut for Utsubo, so they stop off at his place to fill it before heading in. Marco smiles. Clearly, this is his kind of business. This guy, he owes me a favor, and I'm gonna call it in. He can get a few of us onto a freight crew, swap us out from the usuals who stay at his place and let him have a few drinks on him. The crew, meaning us, will deliver the freight, complete with the stopover for cargo loading in Darkside. He smiles, which is when you do what you need to do. We'll have as long as we need, but the more time we spend there, the more likely they'll discover us. Marco looks at you. We'll keep our heads down, sleep and eat on the freighter. Then, once we're done and the freighter's loaded, we'll take it out again, return to my friend's yard, and swap the crews back. He shrugs, emphasizing the simplicity of the plan. No one will ever know we were there. See? It's good. It'll work, right? What if they check the crew list? What, on the manifest? Not gonna happen. And who's to say you aren't the names on that list? This is the belt. Serafin looks concerned. It's going to be tight, but I reckon you can get what you need in time. Make some connections with whoever's resisting Utsubo. Get an idea of their operation. Look for weaknesses. You'll have to be quiet, Finn. Marco gives you both a warning look. No noise, no attention. This can quickly become a one-way ticket. Serafin turns to you. Think you can handle that? Together we'll get it done. Serafin and Marco exchange concerned glances. What aren't they telling you? There's one more thing, Sleeper. Serafin looks down. Someone needs to stay with the rig. Someone who can pilot it if there's any attention at the yard. He meets your eye. It has to be like this. I'm sorry. Wait, so I'm going alone? What? Huh? Oh, so it's Marco and Sleeper going in. And Serafin's gonna be on the rig. Okay. Fine, I guess so. Fine, sir. This is fine. Why didn't you just lead with that? Also, Mans has nice tattoos on his arms. I like them. I'll be going in with you. Marco puts a reassuring hand on your shoulder. I know Darkside. I will guide you all the way in and the way out. There'll be room for one more on the crew. I'll leave who that is to you, but let me give you some advice. He leans in closer. You better be sure you really trust anybody you take on this one. You look between the two of them. Just you and Marco might be the safer option. The fewer people, the less likely it is to give yourselves away. But then, if Marco doesn't keep up his end of the bargain, you'll want all the backup you can get. The other problem is that we have to go right away. You see the rising tension in Marco's face. The freighters are arriving this cycle. Serafin turns to you. Sorry I can't come, Sleeper, but we need to do this now. Alright, fine then. Let's go. As I say with gritted teeth, let's go. Serafin nods, his expression dark. I'll be ready whenever you need. Just give me the word and we'll head out to my friend's yard. We'll keep this tight and nothing needs to go wrong. His words echo in your mind as you leave the hidden room, a creeping doubt settling itself in the pit of your stomach. This is it. Time to go back to Darkside. Ooh, ooh. Alright, mister, but we're having a conversation when we return. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I want more ship fragments, please. Plus. Plus. Plus, plus. Plus, plus, plus. Plus. Plus, plus. Ah, that failed. Dang. We'll put that one there for now. Okay. Make sketches across the belt. Okay. Darkside recon. They'd even each other out. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, but it's alright. Alright. Okay, so he has engage and intuition. Of course, Eugen's the only one with fucking endurance, and I hate it here. Okay. Chat, I need an opinion. I need an opinion. I'm thinking either Bliss or Cadet. Bliss because I trust them the most. Cadet because they were just telling us, like, oh, hey, like, we can do this thing from Hexport. Or we can do the thing from going to Hexport. But they're also wanted. At the same time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Bliss. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because Bliss I trust the most, honestly. Like, we're gonna be shit if we don't have any endurance skills, though. The ship actually looks kind of nice with that paint job, not gonna lie. Ooh, I like that paint job, too. The freighter hangs over the ragged shipyard as the rig idles in the dock. Your eyes trace the fuel lines snaking up to its underside where they disappear into the dark. A chirp from the pilot's console breaks the silence. Marco's signal. This is it, Sleeper. Serafin settles back from the controls of the rig. He looks over his shoulder at you. You better get going. Don't get too bored. I'll do my best, he smirks. Hope they have something to drink in the yard. While Eugene has the endurance, there's still a fragment of mistrust there. Oh yeah, for sure. You glide towards the back of the cockpit. Serafin clears your throat. Just don't do anything reckless, alright? As you float down to the corridor towards the airlock, Marco comes to meet you. His usual gear swapped out for a plain set of overalls that you imagine are borrowed from the freighter crew. You ready to go, Sleeper? The crew we're replacing are already in the yard, so the sooner we get on board, the better. Gives you a look. How are you feeling? Concerned. Fair, but no need to be. This is a simple part. He pats you on the shoulder as you cross into the airlock. Yeah, like, if Serafin trusts Marco, then I am inclined to trust Marco. The airlock cycles and Marco leads you into the yard, through a series of shadowy passages that connect the two docking bridges. Now's the time, Sleeper. Marco says as you work your way through the yard. Any questions, any concerns, speak up now. Will we have to pass any checks? This freighter is a known ship to Utsubo. It makes this route on a regular basis. They have no reason to suspect it. You reach a vertical tunnel and start ascending. At the docks, we'll probably have to give some enforcers a nod and a smile, but that's it. You come out at the entrance to the other docking tunnel, the freighter filling the viewing window, so all you can see are the plates of its scratched hull. Sleeper. Bliss is waiting by the docking bridge. How come you aren't wearing one of these? They gesture to the loose and plain crew overalls they are wearing. I'll change on board. Bliss gives you a sideways look. You better. I'm not going to be the only one wearing one of these things. Sorry to interrupt, but we need to go. Marco gestured to the docking bridge. You hit the button to open the doors and glide towards the freighter's airlock. As you do, the fear settles in. You're going back to Darkside. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Darkside, I think, is like one of my favorite areas of the game. And even though we've only seen it at the very beginning of the game, it's just so pretty. Like, look at the lights. Look at the lights. It just looks so pretty. Darkside sprawls out across the starscape, its surface a vast and random accumulation of structures, lights, and signs. You have watched it as the freighter cut across the belt as it grew, cycle by cycle, like a stain across the cockpit glass. Watching it approach, the fragmented memories of your time there pass through your mind, each one dissolving the moment you try to focus on it. Only the sensations remain. Despair, claustrophobia, fear, all somehow strengthened by their disconnected nature. It's as if, by not being attached to specific memories, they can run free through your mind, as alive as they were in the first moment of feeling. Imagine getting out of the ship and the be like, smells like Lane in here. Instruction received. Appreciate it. Marco is in the pilot seat talking to the Port Authority. Incoming to strut 2-3. He turns back to you, clicking off the outgoing comms channel. First step complete. We've got docking approval as expected. He raises his eyebrows, noticing something in your face. Keep it together, alright? I've got this. Alright, we're gonna stay silent. He sighs and turns back to the controls. Sleeper? Bliss gets your attention from across the cockpit. I'm right here, okay? I know this place is complicated for you. They smile warmly, but I've got your back. See? This is why we bring Bliss, because we love Bliss in this household. Anyone tries to mess with you, they shrug in an exaggerated way. I can't be held responsible for what I'll do to them. I love them so much. There's a hollow rumble through the body of the freighter as Marco brings it into the dock. The noises of this drafter, more industrial ship, differ to those of your rig, and you haven't got quite used to them yet. A squawk of noise comes over the comms sends Marco scrabbling at the controls to submit the docking code he was just sent just moments before. There's an agonizing wait and then a chirp as the code is accepted. The freighter is docked. Alright, let me go out first. Talk to the docker, start the unloading. He unclips from his seat. Then we're good to go. Okay, I'll wait. Marco nods. Alright, hold fast. He glides out of the cockpit without waiting for a response. You hold your nerve, looking out the flickering lights and distant traffic. The airlock clunks open and closed again. Time drags on. You turn your attention to the job ahead, seeing it stretched out in front of you. Darkside seems impossibly vast. Too vast to find a specific person, but just to find a type of person. Someone unhappy with Utsubo's gains, ready to risk their life to change this place, and push to a point of desperation or anger. That might be a lot more doable. But first you must understand Utsubo. See how they run this place, where they meet, what they talk about. Find where Utsubo is the weakest. Find where they can be broken. And think about the pressure that might be applied, not just by you, but by all of Darkside. How much do you trust Marco, Sleeper? Bliss blurts out of a question almost unconsciously. Sorry, do we know him that well? Serafin does. Bliss nods. I hope Serafin's trust is well founded then. They sigh and look out the station. The airlock cycles once more, and moments later, Marco is in the cockpit, sweat beading on his brow. He takes a moment, his mood uncharacteristically flustered. Uh-oh. Well, I bent the truth a little back there, but I think we're good. He runs a hand over his hair, slicking it back into place. Luckily, I've had a lot of practice lying to dock workers. He gives you a wink. They'll be unloading it later this cycle, and they won't be in a rush. He smiles. We have our time, as promised. But the sudden interjection evaporates any relief you were feeling. Utsubo are watching these docks. That I know for sure. For now, we are just another freighter, but all our coming and going, that could be a problem. He turns to you. We can try to disable their monitoring or just get the job done before it becomes an issue. I'll take a look. I'm sure you will. Either way, we need to get on with what we are doing. Marco folds his arms. Utsubo are everywhere, but we need to understand them to know what is happening inside their organization. We slip under their skin and find out how they work. Marco looks to you. This is what I recommend. But now, Sleeper, it is your turn to lead. He folds his arms. Tell us where to begin. You feel the attention, the pressure shift to you. Time to find some allies. Time to find Utsubo's weakness. Time to stop running and resist. Ooh, okay. Crisis location active. Okay. Oh, God. Darkside's massive. So pretty. God, I love... Oh, okay. Dock surveillance. Aha! Okay, so this is what we can do. Okay. So this is what we can do to fix our little problem there. Which I don't think we necessarily need to do this all immediately. But as we slowly chip away from it over time, I think. Okay. I would do anything to protect Bliss. Same. Okay. Eavesdropping. Safest way. But who knows if you'll get the information you need. Okay, so I don't want to, like... Ooh, okay. Okay, so what we're gonna... Okay, so all of these add to the Utsubo stress. So with that means we definitely want to do this first from what it looks like. Just because we don't want to incur extra stress that we don't actually need. Okay. So Bliss is terrible at interface. Oh, so Marco is bad at both of these. That's good. Okay, and Bliss is a little stressed now. Okay. That's fine. Damn it, Polo! We might be able to use him for something else, though. Just because we can't use him here doesn't mean we can't do something else. Oh, fuck. Why isn't the stress here, though? The stress bar should be here. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, we have exactly 5 supplies. That's good. That's good. Oh, I don't even think I used... Oh, God. God, we got shit rolls. Alright, we need net positives. Okay. Bet. Okay. Okay, so now the stress is incurred only if we have like a neutral or a failed skill check. So we should be more in the clear? Maybe? I'm still very sus. Okay, so let's test this out. Let's test this out. Okay. So if we get a neutral outcome, he's stressed but no stress. Okay. He's a little stressy-depressy, but no stress on Utsubo, which is okay. That is fine. Okay. End cycle. I hope Serafin's taking care of Stray while we're gone. Alright, let's go to here. Okay, so we have, like, good rolls. Okay, no damage on reroll. Reroll lowest dice. -2 stress if roll a 6. Reroll cannot be a 1. Okay. Because it's you and Bliss who takes care of her. Yeah, primarily. Okay, so we are going to put Marco here. Man, dude, you keep getting neutral rolls. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. 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 At least we're not incurring Utsubo stress. That I'm okay with. Take just me with you is as useful as tits on a pole. Okay. This we're gonna finish out. Because this we just need like a net positive here. Which we will use Bliss is 6, 100% positive. Okay. You have located an Itsubo safe house, you are sure of that, but getting inside will be tricky thanks to the automated lock on the entrance. There has to be some way to get a pass key. You make your way through the rise, head down in the dark passageways. Sleeper? Bliss taps you on the shoulder with a certain urgency. Marco's gone. You stop in the dark side passageway you were drifting down, a quiet connection between two thoroughfares. You glance around as the loose bundles of wires and stained metal plates. It seems like a safe place to talk. He just muttered about having something to deal with and then split, just like that. Bliss shies and shakes their head. Just went before I could say a thing. You pause for a moment, unsure how to react. What's going on? Bliss shrugs. You tell me, Sleeper. I thought Marco was solid. Bliss folds their arms. This doesn't look solid to me. It looks far from solid. Take a moment. No need to panic. Marco brought you here. He'll get you out. You look down the corridor towards a busier, wider passage where people drift by. If he needed to deal with something, then, well, he needed to deal with something. Because apparently he knows Darkseid pretty well, right? Doesn't mean anything, but you sure as hell wish he had given you a warning. Surveilled and now short-handed, this job is going from bad to worse. Well, good. We didn't need his ass anyway. Because he keeps giving me shit fucking rolls. So we don't need his ass. Ooh, so we do not have an unstable cipher. How does one get an unstable cipher? Who the fuck knows? Okay. We're gonna go back here. Okay. I'm glad we used their dice because they're not great here. Fucking Christ. Oh, shit. Holy crap, we got a net positive. +3 on shore leave. Nice. Ooh, Docker's Rest. Steal a pass key or extract the cipher. Ooh. Let's use Bliss's here. Nice. Okay. I'm not going to try to incur more stress, knowing that like we're going to run out of food and I'm already at 4. Okay, use this Bliss's again. Ooh. They took some stress. Okay, let's put 3. Net. Huge gains. Huge gains. Okay. Slot cipher. Alright, we're in the safe house. The unmarked door slides open as you use the cipher. Beyond it, a dark tunnel descends, its roof a mess of bundled tubes and wires. Entering, you see a flickering light as it's at its far end, and hear a soft echo of raised voices. You hear Bliss taking a deep breath behind you. We stay quiet, we listen in, that's all. You aren't sure if they are talking to you or not. You drift down the tunnel, keeping your limbs clear of the sides. Your passage through the air silent and gentle. You focus on the flickering light, the sound of the voices growing even louder. As you descend through the tunnel, you notice a small dark doorway leading off before the tunnel reaches the bottom. You slow yourself gently, fingertips grazing the metal walls on either side. Glancing through, you see the doorway leads out onto a framework balcony high on the wall of some dark room. You glance down to the bottom of the tunnel and hear the voices rising in volume. Here. Bliss nods to the balcony. We stay high. Stay in the dark. You come out of the balcony overlooking a dark cavernous room, lit in patches with a bright area at the far end. It is filled with people, Utsubo enforcers and members, all facing forward, their floating bodies silhouetted by the pool of bright light ahead. And in that bright light, two figures are arguing. You come to the edge of the balcony, a feeling of safety granted to you by both your elevation and the cover of darkness. Below, the entire room has its attention focused on the two figures in the pool of light, the watching audience keeping to the dark perimeter, as if they are observing a piece of theater. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the moments in Alien Isolation where you are hiding in the vent overhearing a conversation or like seeing something happen. This is what it's reminding me of. You feel Bliss arrive beside you, their attention to yours like on the scene below. Orin, burly Utsubo warden. Okay. These are my territories. You need to withdraw. One figure, their features hard to define in the pool of light, gestures at the other. There is no discussion to be had. Dachi, vicious Utsubo warden. Okay, but why is Dachi all so cute? Why are they cute? The other figures laughed. You're pathetic, Orin. The washgate is a joke like you. He turns to the crowd and you see dark hair, dark eyes, and a smile like a slit. He's cute. The dark-haired figure addresses the gathered crowd. Orin makes nothing from the washgate, all that freight, and he lets it slip by while he soaks up bribes. Jeering echoes around the crowd. He is stealing from you all. Daichi, you piece of shit. Orin spits, a glinting orb zipping past the other man. You have no respect. A few of the crowd enter the light, gathering behind one figure or another. Barely more than an enforcer and already dictating terms. If you had any idea what was happening in the passages, you'd know we've been facing sabotage and resistance across the wash gate. Orin shakes his head. Utsubo's control is under question. Sabotage and resistance. You quietly log the remark in your mind. Those are the people you have to find. Daichi smirks in response. I still know how it is in the passages, but you are getting soft, Orin. He glances around. You can't deal with some angry shop owners. He makes a show of his mocking laugh. It's easy to mock, but they are organized, and I am close to rooting out their meeting places. Orin folds his arms. You wouldn't know where to start looking. If you say so, old man. In the end, it's only a matter of time before someone ambitious notices how weak you've become. Daichi draws a finger across his throat with a grin. Space Genji / Hanzo? Oh, maybe. The room erupts in shouts. Both sides call out insults while others from the crowd air their own problems, some drifting into the light to heckle Daichi and Orin directly. Silence! A voice cuts through the room, raised above all other. The noise drops. You lean forward to get a better view. Oh my god, it's her from the first game! No way! She was the mercenary from the first game, not the one who was tracked down to kill us, but the one that we helped repair our ship, who then killed a sleeper. No fucking way. Wow, what a twist. What a twist. One of the endings in the first game is that Bliss and Ankita, they leave together on Ankita's ship and the sleeper can go with them. She is very badass. I like this design more than in her first game's design, actually. A woman holds her muscled arms in the air, a wide, strong posture of control, not surrender. You hear a sharp intake of breath from Bliss beside you. I'm so glad I brought Bliss. Oh my god, because Bliss would know them. Wait, because, like, no matter what happens, no matter if the sleeper leaves with Bliss or not, Bliss leaves with Ankita. Bliss leaves with her. Oh my god. I'm so happy I brought Bliss now. Oh my god. This is great. Oh, this is all coming together so well. She is hot. Ankita is hot. But I'm a little, this is plot twisting. This could be very useful. It also depends on how... It's going to depend on how Bliss and Ankita ended on terms. Like, did they just go separate ways? Did they have a fight? Like, we don't know. We never saw that. This is some good fucking tea. It is some good fucking tea. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You hear a sharp intake of breath from Bliss beside you, but you don't dare look away for more than a moment. Both of you. She shakes her head, her long braid snaking through the air as she does. Enough. This is not how we do things. The chaos is replaced with a disgruntled muttering. No one voice willing to rise above the murmur. Daichi floats to one side, arms coolly folded, while Oren fumes opposite him, his hands in tight fists. So, this is how the Starward ward conducts its business? She shoots hard looks around the room. Animals fighting over scraps. Akita. Oren eyes Daichi as he speaks. Daichi is the one disrespecting the leadership and the trust they have placed in. I said enough. Your weakness does not impress me, Oren. She turns to Daichi, and neither does your petulance, Daichi. Watch who you're calling weak, Ankita. Oren narrows his eyes. You may be Lane's favorite, Lane mentioned, but I have something that will never change, that will change all that. He looks over to the heads of the crowd. Bring him. A figure is dragged into the circle of light, their head low, a greasy tangle of dark hair drifting over their face. They lift a hand and slick it back out of their eyes. Oh, God. Marco? Oh, we're fucked. Oh, we're so fucked. We're absolutely fucked. Not even because, like, Marco's captured, and I'm sure, like, he's not gonna, like, say anything. But, like, he's our only way off the station. We can't pilot the ship. This is why Serafin should have fucking came along. That little bitch-ass dude. Marco. Bliss hisses from beside you as Marco's pale face catches the light gleaming with sweat. This one here is a very interesting story to share with all of us. Oren gestures to the gathered crowd. I'm sure you're all aware of the bounty Lane has put on the head of a very valuable escaped sleeper and their accomplices. Well, Marco here tells me, he smiles at Marco, whose eyes are fixed forward, squinting into the light, that the same sleeper is, right now, on a freighter moored in the Gwash Gate docks. What the fuck is happening? I'm sorry. What did I just say, like, not even a minute ago? That, like, oh, like, I'm sure Marco didn't say anything. I quit. I quit. I quit. Goodbye. Good night.
Absolutely not.
Okay, well, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Because my voice needs a hot second to rest. So, especially after all of this shit has just happened and transpired in front of our eyes. We could do a career word of the day. We'll do a career word of the day after the 5-minute break, because I do need to give my voice, like, a moment to rest. So, we'll come back. We'll take our 5 minutes. And we will scream together about what the fuck is happening. in the game right now. But we'll be back in 5. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you after the break as we... Holy fucking shit. Is this the end game? This can't be end game. This cannot be end game. But we'll be back. We'll be back in 5. So see you on the other side. I've not mentally recovered from this. Oh, and I forgot we need to do queer word. Hold on. Wait a second. Skirt. As my uterus has begun to rip itself out of my body. Oh, my ovaries do not like me right now. I'm here for Rai making Genji noises. I'm glad. Okay. This is the Queen's English. It is an LGBTQIA+ dictionary of lingo and colloquial phrases. What we like to do is like to flip to a random page, preferably one that we have not already done a word on, which may be harder to find. It's been a hot minute since we've done queer word of the day. I'm trying to find a page we've not done a word on yet. We may not have a choice. Okay. So, we don't have a choice. So, flipping to a random page. And we're gonna do a big ol' thwap. Okay. Excuse me as I cough into the microphone. My uterus also started ripping me out today too. Vibrant 100% claiming he inspired Genji's joke alt line when he makes short sword slashing noises with his mouth. Absolutely. Mine's about to start any day now. Oh my god, we synced up. Oh my god, twinsies. Okay, today's queer word of the day is lesbian dad. It's a noun for in a lesbian relationship with the presence of children. This is the partner who establishes the parental role that most closely resembles the social and heteronormative stereotypes of a father. Used in a sentence. I'm absolutely Brett and Connor's lesbian dad. I feel like I can't really embrace parenthood if I have to be a conventionally feminine mother. I offer my boys balance and love in a different way, you know? Want more info? Think lesbian parent who identifies with the traditional role of a father. Close enough. You always say that, though. Sometimes it's just not enough. Okay. So there's shit. Okay, we need to do like a mini recap for my brain. Okay. So there's shit happening, right? So we are panicking at the disco is what is happening right now in the game. So Marco was gonna go do like a little side gig, I guess, and basically like either got caught or is double crossing us, basically turning us in to the fashion police, aka the Utsubo, because there's a bounty on our heads. And yeah, the twat waffle betrayed us, allegedly. I mean, again, he could have just been caught doing whatever it is he was doing. God only knows. But we are now stuck here. And now everyone's gonna be after our ass. So yeah, in other words, we're royally fucked, is what's happening right now. That is what's happening. The end. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. A ripple runs through the gathered crowd, a reflection of the value of this information. You wonder how much cryo is on your and Serafin's heads. You look into Marco's eyes, attempting to see any indication of what this might be, a desperate bid to save himself, or a betrayal of everything you agreed upon. His set stare reveals nothing. Now, Lane himself will be returning in 3 cycles, and you can imagine how pleased he will be when I present the sleeper to him. Ankita stares at Oren. You have no business keeping this from me. She folds her arms. I will be the one to bring the sleeper in. Not so fast, Ankita. Orin turns to the gathered crowd. The first of you to bring me the sleeper will be given a share of Washgate. That includes you, Daichi. The crowd erupts into shouts and movement, the assembled Utsubo members suddenly up and moving towards the door. You push yourself into the corner of the balcony, tucking yourself into the shadows as you hear the tunnel filling with voices. There are shouts and scuffles, and you fear that at any moment you will be discovered, but as time passes, the noise subsides. You only open your eyes when the sound disappears altogether. The Utsubo members on their way to your freighter. The freighter that's supposed to take you off Darkside. You feel the panic rising. You are trapped here once more. Husband coming home in 3 cycles. We'd love to see it. But no, Susie. Like, we're trying to escape him. Like, yes, he is husband, but also, no. I can't. Bliss whispers beside you. I don't. They meet your eye. We need to go. Now. You ascend through the tunnel, silent, slow. Your eyes are on the entrance, hoping that no Utsubo member returns or enters. And then you are back out in the main passageway, blinking in the light of the fluorescent panels and gliding away from the entrance, lost in a daze. Ooh, okay. You can stay, but we are not. Something in the rise you eventually stop. Somewhere in the rise you eventually stop. Not sure where you might be going, but needing to get away from what you just witnessed. You can't go back to the freighter, that much is clear, which means no supplies, no place to sleep. Then there's Marco. Was this always part of his plan? Or is this just him in survival mode? Your mind fills with questions and worries, the path ahead unclear. I know her, sleeper. Bliss seems out of breath, bracing themselves against the wall of the passageway. Akita. You see a tear glittering, drifting from their eye. We came to the belt together. Who is she? Akita. She was a mercenary, but she left that behind. Bliss stops, wiping her face with both hands. Joining Utsubo? I don't understand. She would never. They trail off. I'm sorry. I wonder if Ankita's trying to rip it apart from within. Oh, that would be a good plot twist. That would be so good. They sigh. This isn't right, sleeper. Something is going on. Yeah, I wonder if Ankita is trying to destroy it from within. Oh, that would be so good. Maybe I can find her, talk to her. Bliss shakes their head. She has to have a reason. There must be more to this. What about Marco? I don't know. He sold us out, but... Bliss shakes their head. Something doesn't add up. Why strand himself here? Bliss goes quiet, lost in thought. It's clear, as you see them turning the problem around in their mind, that their past with Ankita is affecting their judgment. Go and talk to her? The woman looked homicidal. But she has Marco, and you still don't know what to do about that. Can you really leave this place without him? How would Serafin react? If he actually has been caught by Utsubo, can you forgive him for giving in to the pressure? You're struggling to be angry at him, perhaps because you have been where he is now, under Utsubo's control. What would you have done to escape? Who would have you given up? No wonder she wanted to bring the sleeper herself. Yeah, and she's Lane's favorite. Yeah. We need to find somewhere to rest, sleeper. Bliss is dried-eyed and determined now, a decision made in their mind. We should stay here in the rise, far away from the port. We'll need supplies, and more than that, we'll need a way out. They turn away and look down the passageway. I'll find an empty unit for us. Don't go anywhere. You take a moment trying to find a focus. Maybe if we could find those resisting Utsubo, they could help you. Though you wonder if they ever existed at all, given that Marco was the one who reported their existence to you and Serafin. Was this whole thing a ploy to collect the bounty to bring you to Darkside? If you search out Marco, perhaps he can answer you, for better or worse. But then you recall Orin's words, sabotage and resistance. If there was an honest plea, then there is some truth in what Marco said. Utsubo is being resisted. You try to gather yourself. You have to bounce back to come up fighting. Otherwise, this place will drown you in its darkness. Oh, achievement. Bring Bliss on you on your Darkside quest. Ooh, so we can no longer go there. Abandoned unit. Ooh, oh hell yeah, we're stealing supplies. We need supplies, man. We are desperate. Please positive. Please positive. Hell yeah. Great. Cool. We're not gonna starve this cycle. God, I love Darkseid. Darkseid's so fucking pretty. Also, like, isn't Serafin, like, isn't the reason why we left Serafin behind because if we need saving, he's the one who can come save us? But how, we never came up with that plan, though, of, like, all right, like, if we need alternate method of getting off the station, we never came up with a backup plan of, like, okay, this is how we're going to communicate if we need help. That was never talked about. Also, what's interesting is that there's a bounty on both of us. There's a bounty on both Serafin and the Sleeper. So if Marco is trying to cash us in. Oh, but he knows Serafin can fly. That's right. Serafin could pilot a ship. I don't know what to think now. Maybe Marco's banking on Serafin to come to Darkseid? Maybe. But, like, I mean, it would be on a stolen rig. But still, I'm not sure, like, what that would do for him, though. Oh, one of our dice broke. Fuck. You wake in the cold of the abandoned unit to an unsettling quiet. The air cyclers whine, the heat diffuses hum. But nothing around you breathes. You are alone. Okay, so Bliss fucked off. I got so invested I didn't realize it's 4 a.m. already. I should go. Bye! Bye, Anna. Appreciate you. No worries at all, my friend. There will be a VOD that you can watch. Go get some rest, my friend. Maybe Marco knew that Sleeper and Serafin would be able to escape together again. Maybe. Yeah. That might also be a thing. You slowly raise yourself, unclip the straps in the bunk, and allow yourself to drip up into the air. Silence. And then, in that silence, you hear something. A scrape or scruff. Another stray cat. Draws your eyes to the unit's doorway, where a shape is settled in the dark. Where's Bliss? Where's Bliss? If Ankita is here, where is Bliss? I knew you couldn't have gone far. Ankita shifts to fill the doorway. We're gonna stay still. Just calm yourself. Let's not cause too much damage. She raises an eyebrow. Oh, I think you might be right. I think Ankita might be on our side. May I come in? She drifts through the doorway. We don't need any extra attention right now. You can't give me to Lane. Look, just shut up and listen. Ankita drops her voice. I'm risking everything by coming up here, she hisses. So don't make this any harder than it is. What you need to know is this. I'm on your side. Yes! 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 Oh, yes! Ankita's the one we are looking for. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, this is so good. Oh, yes. This is so fucking great. I want Darkseid free just like you, and I hate Lane just as much as you do. I mean, but you can admit that he's kind of hot, though, right? Ankita sighs. I just have my different methods, that's all. Yeah, she's working from within. Okay, good for her. She raises an eyebrow, and you might say better methods given how well your visit has gone. This is some cyberpunk shit. This is some cyberpunk shit. Why should I trust you? I'm the only person who can get you off Darkseid, so you better listen closely. Ankita hisses. It has taken me more cycles than you would believe to get this deep into Utsubo. I'm not about to give it up for one escapee. But then Lane doesn't usually run across the belt chasing a lone escapee, even a sleeper. Ankita drifts a little closer, overshadowing you, so you need to tell me now. What does Lane want from you? Why are you so important to him? We honestly don't remember. Ankita raises an eyebrow. Please tell me you're joking. What you don't understand, Sleeper, is that I've been trying to keep you safe since I saw you arrive. But your friend hasn't made it easy. Getting yourself caught by Utsubo is bad enough. But then blabbing about you being here can only protect you so much. Oh, so he got himself caught somehow. And then decided to blab. He's not my friend. He's not our friend anymore. I doubt he cares. He's Oren's prize. He's done. Either way, you're lucky you aren't in for the same position, and you have me to thank for that. So I'll ask again. Why is Lane pursuing you? Let's explain. Our frame is changing. Akia looks away in thought as you've explained. She waits for you to finish. None of it makes any sense, but there's no way I'm letting Lane get his prize. Not until we understand more. Yeah, we're gonna leave his ass here. Absolutely. Serafin can, like, go suck someone else's dick if he's mad about it. Like, homeboy turned us in for some fucking reason. And the way, like, I read his message, her statement of, like, maybe he purposely got himself caught. Like, it seems so purposeful, you know? She gives you a hard look. I can get you out, but I need a couple of cycles, and I need you to do something for me. You need to take this with you, off station. She produces a thumbnail drive and holds it up. This is everything I've managed to scrape from within Utsubo. The key to challenging Lane is on here. I know it. Take it to Olivera. It's tucked away in a crater in the shoals. That massive debris field beyond the hollow. Oh, we get to go other places in the belt? Oh, hell yeah. I'm so excited. She meets your eye. You give it to Carmen. No one else. Ankita presses the drive into your palm and closes your hand around it. No one but Carmen. You understand? Lane's rise has been cruel. He has spilt too much blood. When I'm ready, I will make him pay for that. But Carmen needs to analyze what I've got on him to find the right piece and moment to strike. I knew a sleeper once. I should have trusted them. She lets go of your hand, so now I'm trusting you. Oh, Ankita. Oh, sweetie. I'll get you out and you deliver. That's the deal. Ankita cracks her knuckles. Then together we can. Ankita. You hear Bliss's voice, faint but clear from behind. You see the confusion on Ankita's face as she turns. Bliss? She trails off, her aggression dissolving in front of you. What the hell do you think you're doing? You see a rare flash of anger in Bliss's face over Ankita's shoulder. Utsubo? Really? This is where you fled to? The welcoming arms of the Belt's cruelest gang? Okay, Bliss has clearly just got here. So did missed all of this. Bliss, Ankita stumbles over her words. Okay, I also wonder if they're gay for each other. I wonder if they're like, if they smooched and had a fling at some point. Because this is Akko Taco, but this also feels like, oh my god, this is my ex Akko Taco. That's kind of what it feels like. This is what it feels like in this moment. Ooh. I hate that I did that. The character development are beloved. And now what? You're here to deliver Sleeper to Lane? Bliss stares her down. You disgust me. Bliss, it's not like that. I'm here to help the Sleeper, to help you both. What the hell are you talking about? Bliss's anger softened by by their confusion. I infiltrated Utsubo. I am working to get the Sleeper out of Darkside to free this place. Infiltrated? So that's it? You've cast yourself as some sort of spy? They shake their head. After you left, this is where I find you. Are you trying to get yourself killed? Ankita looks down, silent. Her panic at seeing Bliss is now turning into a cold, hard anger. Don't lecture me. I am trying to do something worthwhile. She meets Bliss's eye with the fire. You have no idea what I've had to do. Bliss looks away. I don't want to know. I don't want to know a thing. Silence follows the room, the tension growing. Ankita turns to you. I have to go, Sleeper. She glances between the two of you. I've already taken a big risk coming here. They cannot find me. 2 cycles. Be ready to leave. She backs out of the unit. When Lane comes back, you go out. Neither of us wants him to win here. And a piece of advice, forget Marco. Keep your head down and wait for me. She raises a finger. You need supplies? Steal them in Flicker Row. Otherwise, keep to yourself. Akita gives you a hard look and slips out of the unit. Ooh, okay. Damn, we really can't explore? Aw, that's unfortunate. Oh, the Rise is the last place you saw Marco. To find him, this is the place to look, but after his betrayal, you may not want to try. You know what? Fuck it. It might as well. We got nothing else better to do with our dice. We have nothing else better to do right now. Now, hate fuck. We're leaving that lying prick behind. I mean, we might as well go find... I mean, we could still find him and just leave him behind. I mean, we might not even get that far, honestly, depending on how these dice rolls go, because Bliss is useless here. Bliss, I love you, sweetie, but, like, your rolls do not vibe here. Bliss, thank you for being useless. You wake in the bear unit, cloaked in the endless shadow of Darkside. Outside the window, the lights of the city glitter, but you do not see them. Your attention is instead on the tugging thread in your mind. Lane, drawing ever closer. You shiver. One more cycle, then you're out. Hey, can we, like, steal more supplies, please? We need more supplies, please. And thank you. Okay, chat. Do we want to find Marco? See, Darkside is a Space Knight city. I'm kind of here for it. I agree, honestly. I wholeheartedly agree. Though you have no specific memory of it, there's something unpleasantly familiar about the place you have found yourself in. Among the many, many stack units of the Rise, framed by scaffolding and stretching away from Darkside's reflectors in a way that is only possible in 0G, you have found yourself in a cold corner. Here, a locked door is marked with Utsubo's sigil. A single eel, curled back in on itself, its mouth and tail around its own tail. This is the kind of door behind which Utsubo keeps its secrets, its assets. Assets like you and Serafin were, like Marco is now. It's a door you have been watching, which is why you know there should be an enforcer lazily lent beside it, and why you know you only have moments before they come back. Oh nice, reduce stress. You drop a shoulder and push hard off the opposite wall, aiming for the edge above the lock, where it will shear away. You slam into the door and it groans and squeals as the bolt mechanism buckles. You wrench the door aside. You're in. A dim corridor stretches out ahead of you, lined with doors on either side. The memory hits you almost immediately. Long cycles between jobs in a cell like this, awaiting Lane's arrival. Kept safe. A lie that you believed when you were first brought to a place like this. Most of the cells are dark, empty, but a warm glow spills from around one of the doors. You quickly approach it and look in. Marco is tucked into an insert berth, a padded niche that, like those in an any unit. His back is turned to a small window in the door. You slam the exterior lock release without thinking, Marco turning over to face the door as it hisses open. Sleeper? He freezes for a moment, unsure of your intentions. He raises a hand as if to protect himself, to put something between you and him. I'm waiting. If we keep Marco here, he could tell Lane about the shipyards. That is also a very good point that you have. You betrayed us. Marco frowns, his arms still up. I didn't have a choice, Sleeper. Why did you come here? To accuse me? He laughs. Marco pushes himself up out of the berth. Let's not do this here. You came for me? Let's go. He glances desperately at the door behind you. You back out of the passageway, and Marco follows slowly, tentatively. Time to leave. I fucking quit, man. Oh no. Oh man. I should have listened to Ankita. I was too curious. What was my last save? Time since last autosave, 211 seconds ago. Yes, I'm save scumming. Don't ignore me. I'm save scumming. I'm gonna see if this works. I don't know if it will, though. I don't know what's gonna put me. Oh, bet. It's at the start of the day. Nice. Okay, yeah. Bet. We're save scumming this shit. Make it through Darkside Recon without getting caught is one of the achievements. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to get caught prematurely now. Cause like, especially, we love saves coming. The only thing is cause like, I wanna see how the interaction goes, but like, I don't, if that's like one of the endings to the game, I don't want that to be an ending, you know? You rise from your burst, slowly coming to your senses. This is it, the final cycle on Darkside. You look at Bliss floating in the corner, staring vacantly at the spot on the wall. You did your best to explain what Ankita had told you about her involvement with Utsubo, but since then they have been quiet, removed. You haven't dared to ask more about their history together. You trust that when Bliss is ready for you to know, they will tell you. Your thoughts jump to Marco, somewhere else in the sprawling metropolis, rising from his own birth to greet another dark day. A time-honored tradition. He betrayed you. You push him to the back of your mind. He brought this on himself, and you won't be a witness to the consequences. Instead, you wait, your eyes fixed on the door, willing Ankita to arrive and end this. After some time, she appears, your ticket out. Lane is back on Darkside. We have to go now. She looks tired, angry. We won't have another chance. Come with me, quickly, quietly. She turns and pushes out into the corridor. An exhausted-looking Bliss turns to you. Let's put this place behind us. Ankita leads you across Darkside, not stopping to look back. The lights and passages flash by, but you barely notice them. All eyes are fixed ahead on the way out. At some distance part of the station, Ankita stops at the docking bridge, a small freighter visible through the viewing windows. She slaps the door release and it slides open. She grabs your shoulder, looking into your eyes. Lane's focus will be on Darkside now. He needs to stop the infighting, to shore up Utsubo. If you get out now, he won't follow. Remember, Ankita hisses the instructions to you. Get the drive to Olivera. Give it to Carmen. No one else, no matter what they say. Thank you. Ankita simply nods, and then she is gone, disappearing into the endless winding passages of Darkside. You drift gingerly down the docking tunnel, which leads into a cold and sparse cargo bay of the ship. Once you're inside, there is a hiss and the door scissors shut. For a moment, you panic, seeing no exit, no other doors, just a metal-walled bay. Is this a trap? Oh shit, here's the freighter. But as the engines rumble to life, you give to your exhaustion. If Ankita has tricked you, at least you're leaving this place behind. Oh look, this is actually kind of cool. It's like all animated and shit. Oh, I love that. And then you feel it, cold fingers reaching into your mind. Oh, husband! Oh, husband! Also, I swear this little thing on his face wasn't here before. You're so close, Lane's voice in your ear. You are here. A rustling, a shifting. I can't quite place you. Can't quite put my finger on you, Sleeper, but I know you are there. What were you doing here? Hoping to confront me, perhaps? Or something else? A hiss. I'm right here, you coward. Come and find me. I'll admit, I'm not quite ready to see you, Sleeper. A flicker and a spasm, but so soon this will all be over. A tone begins, shrill and inescapable. Let me show you. The tone rises. Lane is in the bay of the freighter, the pull of the constant acceleration, a comforting pressure against his chest. Lane looks around the bay, taking it in slowly. He inhales the stale air deeply. He feels power, feels pride. The sense of control over another excites him. This is his desire. Wait a second. What he's doing to us, it makes us like a double agent to him. He takes over our mind. And like we become Lane. Oh my god, that's insane. That's so interesting. Lane lifts his right hand and turns it in the air, flexing his fingers in a satisfying wave. Oh, a thought. Something flickers at the corner of your vision for a moment and you strain to turn Lane's head. It does not turn, but you swear you see a figure there in the bay with you. So the Johnny and V theory is right. Kind of, but like it's a way for him to control without actually having to be in the body. So I don't think he's trying to upload his consciousness into the sleeper, like permanently. It opens its mouth as if to speak, as if to scream, and then it is gone. A smile grows on Lane's face, a spreading tightness that has its own impulse. He raises one hand and uses it to grip the smallest finger on over the other. A pause, and then a sudden jerk. Lane snaps the finger back against his joint. His pain is instant, as is yours. It burns your vision away. Wait! Did bro break one of our fingers? When the white-hot blindness has faded, you look out of those same metal walls. You hold the same finger in your hand, and as you release it, you see the crook shape it has been bent into. Bro broke one of my fingers! Charlie broke my finger? Mom, that really hurt. And he broke his own finger in the process. What the fuck? He is sadist and masochist. I don't know if I should be terrified or turned on right now. Oh man, oh boy. A shiver runs through you and you reach back into your own mind. I'm gonna turn on, not gonna lie. Oh man, what has this man done to us? He's ruined us. And you reach back into your own mind to see if any trace, any fragment of Lane remains there. You put your hands on your face and push, as if to push him from your head. The ship continues out on its Starward arc, away from Darkseid, away from Lane. But you can't help but feel that some part of him is still there behind your eyes, concealed beneath the pain of that snapped finger. Oh, we had 6 cycles of glitch. Oh, shit, man. Oh man, now we are back on the rig. Oh lord. Wait, do we get to keep this freighter now? Do we get to keep this rig? I like our old rig though. Our old rig was much nicer. I know I shouldn't like that, but indeed, honestly. Takes a long time before you're ready to discuss everything. First, there was the journey to the yard, then disembarking from the freighter. Then explaining to the waiting crew why their ship was impounded, a difficult job without Marco. Thankfully, the crew of the ship that brought you out to Darkseid, sent by Ankita, took the others aside and settled them. Through the promise of remuneration or the threat of violence, you aren't sure, but you expect they will leave together for Darkseid soon. You do your best to explain things to the crew, though touching on what happened to Marco is not something you are willing to do at first. Bliss, in particular, seems to struggle, taking themselves away from the rest of the crew, and mostly staying in their bunk. It seems the encounter with Ankita brought back memories from the time the two of them were a couple. Oh, so they were dating. They were fucking. Maybe, if they're into that. I don't know if they are. But they were more than roommates. That is a thing. They were definitely more than roommates. That is a thing we learned tonight. And harder memories, too, from the time after when Ankita left. The whole time you find yourself in a daze, your skin hurts and your muscles tremble. You don't feel yourself. You rest for a while, and as you do, chaos echoes around you, arguments and hard conversations, until you find yourself able to rise. Now the chaos has passed, leaving you and Serafin on board the rig, with nothing to protect yourself from his difficult questions. Look how cute he is! Oh my god! Look at him! Look at our second husband. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at his tattoos. I do miss the arm brace though. I miss our little injured boy. But look at him. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love Finn. Yeah, he's kind of smiling. He is kind of smiling. The cat has made him happier. This is what he pet sat a cat. He pet sat the cat. This is what we get for him pet sitting a cat. This is what happens. I love this glow up for him. I'm going to write fan fiction of the Sleeper and Serafin. I am going to write fan fiction. It is going to happen. Serafin waits until it's just the two of you. He floats there, stretching his scarred arm. The protective sleeve has been wearing since the fire spindle finally removed. Oh yeah, because this is from the damage from the impact. That's right. What happened with Marco's Sleeper? He meets your eye with a look of serious concern. He betrayed us. He shakes his head. What do you mean? He told Utsubo where to find me. No, Serafin frowns. That can't be. He pauses. It's not that I don't believe you, but Marco hates Utsubo. He's come through for me so many times, I never thought. He goes quiet for a moment. I trust you, Sleeper. If you say he did, then he did. He pauses, choosing his words. All the more reason to find him and get him to explain himself. Marco had his reasons, I'm sure of it. Maybe there were good ones, but he trails off. I wish he was here to explain himself, that prick. A look of sadness crosses his face. Husband will still be sucking our dick. Yeah. He's the dad who didn't want a cat and now will die for the cat. Exactly. Serafin looks down. I'm sorry I wasn't there, Sleeper. I should have never have let Marco go instead of me. I knew this would happen. Serafin looks away. I'm sorry I didn't listen then, but this was our chance. He looks up. Tell me it was worth it, Sleeper, that you got something on Utsubo. You explain about the meeting you witnessed, the conflict between Oren and Daichi, and Ankita's intervention. Explaining Ankita takes a little more effort, but you try to remember everything that happened. You explain Ankita's insistence that she was working against Darkseid and how she got you off the station. You explain that Utsubo itself is coming apart with Lane absent, and that this will draw his focus away from the two of you. Serafin waits until you are finished to respond. So this Ankita got herself inside Utsubo. He raises an eyebrow. Just to try to break their grip on Darkseid? He whistles. Take some balls. You explain the drive, mention Olivera, Carmen, and then hold up the thumb drive, the one Ankita entrusted you with. Olivera. I've heard of it, maybe once or twice. I just assumed it was some backwater colony. He sighs. Never met a Carmen, though. What's on that thing? Serafin nods at the thumb drive. Ankita didn't say. I don't get it. We just deliver this little mystery drive and that's all? He looks away deep in thought. Is that what you want to do next? Olivera. You've never even heard of it, but it seems like the place to go if you want to help Ankita fight back against Lane. You look at the drive, and as you do, you can't help but feel you are being used. Not for the first time. One thing I will say, Serafin begins, clearly thinking out loud. If we want to head back to Darkseid, take on Lane, we are going to need to do so on our ship this time. Some crews get spoof transponders. Send out a signal matching another ship, he shrugs. Not going to get one fitted here, but that's something we need to look out for. Sure, you think. Go back to Darkseid, where Lane waits. A shudder of fear runs through you, thinking of the moment he slipped into your mind on the freighter. If you ever go back there, you know you'll need something to counteract him. Question. Pick me. I have a question. Question to the lecturer. So isn't our finger currently broken? Isn't, like, our finger, like, fully, like, snapped? Have we not told anybody about what the fuck happened with Lane? Wouldn't our finger be, like, dangling off like a half-bitten sausage right now? Like, what? How is no one picking up on this? Hello? Okay, I rest my case. I rest my case. But Serafin, you're gonna need to, like, talk to your boy. You're gonna need to talk to your second husband about this, because, like, what the fuck is happening right now? Maybe Serafin likes sausages. I mean, that's not a problem. If he likes sausages, then he should easily spot that the finger is broken, right? That would make sense, right? Yeah, so is no one gonna address the broken finger? Maybe it got better. I don't think so, though. Like, you would think Bliss would address it if they saw it, right? We also recall Overseer's presence in that moment, too. His strange form holding its shape as Lane tried to override your control. Perhaps Overseer has a way for you to resist his signal. Your mind whirls with possibilities and problems. Is this really the right move to go back to the place that almost killed you twice to take Lane on? Serafin looks at you expectantly. What are you thinking, Sleeper? Well, we do have Eugen's plans. Like, what if we leave the system? You want to run? He looks down. I know that the past cycles must have been hard, that I wasn't there, but leave Helion? I don't know if I could do that, Sleeper. Tala is here, and he trails off. You think of what it might feel like to leave this place behind, to throw away responsibility, to forget Lane, and to set out towards something new. The thought alone lifts you, freezes you in place with closed eyes and shaking hands. I know it's different for you, Sleeper, he sighs. If you could find a way to make the rig fit for interstellar travel, a fraction drive, better hull, a crew, and pilot willing to go, then who am I to stop you? He looks at you with a pained expression. It's not what I want, but you don't owe me anything. It's your future. So, in theory, what he is currently saying right now is that we are not going to do the Eugen ending. We are going to do the I am staying with my second husband ending, is what we are currently saying right now. I hope we all understand that. Can we just go astray and ignore the world? Exactly. Any sausage is good sausage, even mango sausage. I'm not saying the sausage is bad, Susie. I am saying, like, would he not notice the broken finger and be like, hey, the fuck happened there? That is what I am saying. Maybe bring up the fact that he can control you and see through your eyes before, you know, make vital plans. Julie, you also bring up a really good point. That's also a really good point. But again, like, he might have to be, like, super close to, like, do that with us, though. He might not have a strong enough connection. He's a neglectful second husband. Look, Sleeper. Serafin places a hand on your shoulder. We aren't done yet. Either way, we need to prepare. We need work. We need a crew. Serafin starts counting off his fingers, and we need you strong. Speaking of, I thought he was going to ask me about the finger. He did not. Serafin takes out a box of components. I kept myself busy these past cycles working in the fabricator bays on the scatter yards. I figured you could use some spares. So first, Serafin takes a calming breath. We rest. The end. We get some sleepy sleeps. Yay. With 3 glitch dice. Oh, boy. Oh, goody gumdrops. Contact carbon. Where the fuck is this? Ah, it's here. I love that we can go this way. I love this. I love that. That's so great. They fucked. That's my headcanon. They cuddled. They fucking cuddled. At least in mine. Okay, we are gonna up our engineering. Ooh. Oh, we could swap either one. Okay. Okay, we reroll 2 lowest dice. Okay. So we're currently starving. So let's eat. That would be good. We have a shit ton of money. And we need to use up some glitch dice. Oh wait, let me use this here first. And we also need to repair our dice. Oh wait, what do you get? Scrap, rare, and we just have engine components. Okay. Use all the supplies on the cat. No, that's because that was our leftover supplies from being on the station. That's what happened there. That's fine. Okay. We will need more supplies, but we can buy those after we repair our dice. I think this is probably a good place to set it down for the night. Though I do want to get rid of all my glitch before we head out. Like, because I want to get us prepped for... Yeah, we literally can't work. We can't work here. There's no jobs for us here, my guy. But yeah, I want to at least get the glitch dice done. Oh. Never mind. There's more talking we're gonna do. Okay. The darkness flows around you, and you know what comes next. Overseer! Sleeper. The multi-part image of Overseer assembles itself in front of you. We must intervene in your current course. Intervene in what? The opening of your systems has breached a new paradigm. You are dangerously exposed. The voice is somehow both soundless and shrill. As we are sharing your hardware, that means we, too, are fatally exposed. The individual agent you encountered, we were almost completely erased by their attempt to seize control. Overseer's 3 heads nod eagerly in agreement. It's Lane. We have knowledge of this name from your memory banks. There is much of interest to us recorded there, though often partially and inconsistently. Overseer words unsettlingly. But yes, we can confirm Lane's role in this vulnerability. It is our understanding that the assumption of inevitability is incorrect. Overseer glows with bright veins of data, but in this state, we cannot operate with full functionality. If we were to recompile in our correct configuration, we believe we would be able to calculate a new path. Our aim would be to close the vulnerabilities and reinforce your systems against future intrusion. This would ensure our safety within your system. 3 sets of eyes lock onto you. Would this also please you? You can stop it? Correct. Overseer stutters like a glitched animation. Our expertise was in total system maintenance and security, beyond our administration and navigation capabilities. We were built to do this. Ooh. I also love the image of Overseer. I love this. At least, this is what we understand. Without being recompiled, we are aware of these capabilities but cannot access them. We are confident to a substantial degree that we will know how to complete the process once recompiled. The 3 heads nod, one to the other. Then recompile. The heads revolve thoughtfully for a moment. Without our originating codebase, we cannot. If we were able to speak with a Solheim Systems engineer, perhaps lead engineer Jakob Kadinsky, which sounds rather familiar to me, perhaps we could acquire it. The heads stare at you expectantly like 3 partially deconstructed puppies. Solheim is gone. Yes. The heads nod repeatedly, of course. The heads continue nodding. We were, of course, aware of this. You look at the fragmented program itself, its systems unstable and broken. You realize it is far worse off than you, and its collapse is almost inevitable. How could it possibly save you? It is a difficulty. Good bot.
Thank you. Thank you, Seribot.
But all code bases are held in centralized Solheim facilities. They are Station AE-1, the Con Channel Operations Center, and the control center of the HAPEP, or Halian Asteroid Belt Photovoltaic Extraction Project. Overseer smiles helpfully. Is that Darkseid? Overseer immediately latches onto the thought. Based on your memory banks, we believe so. Correct. Interesting. Interesting. It occurs to you that this entire conversation is happening within your head is an unsettling feeling. I can't go back to Darkseid. Correct. It would be inadvisable without precaution. We understand that the individual seeking to overwrite you is stationed in the HABPEP itself. Overseer's 3 heads separate and turn inward as if in conference. The shattered heads turn simultaneously, unsettling in the directness with which they address you. But if you could access the HABPEP mainframe without making yourself known, we could reconstruct ourselves and gain the ability to reconstruct you. Theoretically, one of the heads adds, theoretically, the other of the twos confirm. Would that protect me from Lane? Theoretically, the heads confirm again. The reassurance of a delusional Solheim protocol are barely reassuring, but if Overseer is correct, this may be your only option. We feel your doubt, but we must impress on you the importance of this. Please. Overseer's eyes flash, all 6 of them, if not for your sake, for ours. If you cannot find your way to HABPEP before encountering this Lane, you will surely be overwritten, and we would also share your fate. The heads rotate. We would not like this to happen. Theoretically. You sigh, exhausted from the conversation. Overseer gets the message. We will leave you to recharge, but please consider the path ahead. You come back to the ragged paneling of the bunks. Somewhere behind your left eye, the ache begins. You envy Overseer for its lack of a body and the pain it causes. But then suddenly you wonder if in sharing your body, it shares your pain too. The thought makes you pity the broken protocol, its sense of time and place shattered. Perhaps you share more than you would like to admit. The path ahead begins to take shape. It seems a return to Darkseid is inevitable, but you will need the help to make that return. Oh wait, what happened to our paint job? Wait, this is not the paint job we had before. Wait, why are there spots yellow on it? What the fuck is happening? What happened to our paint job? We had a very nice paint job going. I'm confusion. What is happening? Okay, we're going to yeet away our dice. Our dicey dice. Because we need to get rid of the glitch. The 3 repaired. Oh yeah, me too. Ooh, positive outcome. I'll put this here instead then. Okay. I hate that we can't repair the broken dice. We might be able to. They're fully broken parts and not while on contract. Oh, fully broken. Okay. So yeah, we can't repair that. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let's see what happens. Ah, dang. Okay, and this one's probably gonna be negative. Yeah, alright, that's fine. And cycle. Still one more broken dice. Alright. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, then after this we will make our leave. The music's alright. Yeah. I tend to prefer the first game's music more so far. Okay, we will need to eat. Let's buy a meal. Nice. And cycle. then we should be gone. The glitch should be gone. Oh. The dice is cracked. It's fractured. What does that mean? Yeah, it's like cracked. Like there's like a little divot in the top too. That's so weird. What? And it's not even like a broken die. What? That's so interesting. Okay. Well, I think that is it for us tonight. Ooh, look, a little ship. Hi. Hello. Wonder if maybe if a dice is glitched multiple times, it starts to break? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Calm down, too. It was perfect. Yeah, it was. Okay, I got some screenshots I'll look at after. But yeah, that was Citizen Sleeper for the night. I appreciate you all hanging on out. I have a feeling we have at least 2 streams left of Citizen Sleeper. At least 2 streams left of Citizen Sleeper is my vibe, I think. I'm excited for the next part. Yeah, because next part we'll go to Oliveira. We also got to go to Helion Dispatches as well. And we have to continue, like, getting, like, the different places and stuff for the whatchamacallit. For the stuff and the things. All of that wonderful goodness, as you know, right? So, we will do that next week. That'll be next Saturday. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. we will continue with Citizen Sleeper 2. I think tentatively I'll put it as 5 p.m. and then I'll push it back to 6 p.m. if I just don't get enough time in the day to do the other stuff I want to do. This upcoming Monday will be our Dead by Daylight birthday strim, and hopefully with a spinning wheel. And then Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we will continue and hopefully finish Life is Strange Double Exposure. We're in the midst of Chapter 4. We're getting close to the end of Chapter 4, and then we'll go into Chapter 5. And then we shall hopefully be done. Ta-da! We will do the things. We're going to do all of the things, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic, as one might say. Borth stream indeed. Let's see, who is live that we can raid on over to? No one else is playing Citizen Sleeper 2 right now, right? Let me look. Nope, just me. Just me. That's fine. Let's see. I'm like trying to judge vibes right now. Good stream. Glad you think so. We'll be back next week to play more Citizen Sleeper. And so much happened. Yeah, I knew going to Dark Tower was going to be fucking insane. Okay, we're going to run on over to GakFan33. We haven't ran on over to him in a hot minute. But they are currently playing Core Keeper, which kind of looks like Stardew, but not Stardew. But it seems interesting. We're gonna I wish I could join you Monday, but I have work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you can always catch the VOD after. I appreciate it regardless. But we're gonna go right on over to GakFan. If you like what she is up to, please drop a follow on her channel. I am sure she'll appreciate it very, very much. Again, she's playing Core Keeper, which looks a lot like Stardew Valley, but not Stardew Valley. But very interesting indeed. Very similar graphic style as well. But thank you so much for hanging on out with me tonight. We're having a good time with Citizen Sleeper 2. I'm excited to see the ending and as it unfolds. Feel free to drop a follow if you like this content in the future and want to see how the game ends or how it's going to progress. If you're watching over on the YouTubes, thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. But we are going to go right on over now. Again, if you like what GACFan is up to, please drop a follow on their channel. Say hello. Make yourself welcome. And just have a grand old time. And once again, I appreciate you all for just being here and chilling and vibing with me. I will hopefully see you all real soon in a future stream or video. And I do have a couple videos that will be coming out on YouTube very soon. But with that, we're going to raid. And I will see you all on hopefully Monday. And I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. My name is Erin Gray, Queer Writer Streamer, signing off.